Oops. That is the wrong logo. Hang tight for a moment. I totally wasn't playing Marvel Rivals earlier. Totally not. What are you talking about? Anyways, I'm here now. Sorry for the delay. I was tied up playing other games with other people in my other lives, but we will ignore that fact for now. Welcome all. I'm back with another Civ 6 stream. I hope you enjoyed the last one I did, which was like 3 months ago, so it's been a while and I kind of forgotten what I've been doing in this game, so we are going to dive right in and take a look. So, without further ado. Alright, I love to yap about this, so be prepared for lots of yapping, but please feel free to cut in at any point if you want to ask anything. This is my Civ 6 Overexplained series, where I explain everything you ever wanted to know and more about Civ 6 through a demonstration of a game on the highest difficulty. Just whichever one I thought tickled my fancy. So, good to know that you're all so invested in this. Let's just jump right into it. I last left you, last time on Civ 6, I managed to fight off the Egyptian threats and settled a lot more cities in my empire. So now we have a decent set of cities to work with. We've now moved from the early phase of the game, where we're just trying to get our feet planted on the ground and expand, and now we can start gunning towards certain victory conditions. Here we have like a decent set of core cities. I have my capital here. I've got it surrounded by some high pop quality cities here. And I'm starting to expand a little bit more to the north too, to block off any more Egyptian settlements here. So from here, I think I'll do a little bit less talk on the micromanagement of like, which improvements do I do, which what do I build in this, what do these basic units do, and more towards go more towards what do I need to do to actually win the game. I think that's a good transition point for this, the point of this series. What is the hardest condition to win, and what are you going for this round? So, you have a bunch of victory conditions. I'll pull up the sidebar on the right here. You have science, culture, domination, religious, and diplomatic. If you had to ask me, I won't say each of them, any one of them in particular is the most difficult. I think that's really dependent on which playstyle you're doing. So I can't say that, you know, a religious victory is the hardest, because for some civs, it's the easiest one you go towards. And for the civ I'm going for, it's an okay choice. It's not the best choice, but it's an okay choice if you want to go religious victory if you're playing as the Congo. But it's, yeah, the choice you make is really dependent on what strengths you're playing towards as your civ. I mean, you could just completely invert the trope and say, you know what? I'm a scientific civ, but I really want to go for a diplomatic victory. I mean, you could do that, and you could torment yourself if you really wanted to. But this time, I'm going to play a natural quote-unquote game just to demonstrate the game for you all, and go towards what Congo is best suited for, which is a cultural victory. If we look at Congo's bonuses here, we see that they get lots of bonuses for getting relics, artifacts, sculptures, paintings, artwork, that kind of thing. All those contribute towards culture points, generally. So that naturally gears your progression towards a culture victory. Of course, you can, you know, flex that in lots of different ways if you want to, but it's quote-unquote most natural and the easiest if you go towards a culture victory, just because that's what their bonuses are. So that's what I'm going to be trying towards. Although, honestly, in the end, I might go for a mishmash of both. We'll see. Let's see. Yeah, so from here, I think I'm just gonna get started and start playing through some of these turns, because it's been a while. Right. I have my spy to deal with. So I think, who was it last time? I think Lex asked about spies last time, and I'm not sure they're in the chat right now, so I'm just going to give an explanation here. Spies are really cool units that don't work like traditional military units. You send them off into enemy cities and territories and have them wreak havoc for your benefit. So, for example, I have one spy right now, and I can choose to send them anywhere in the world, any city that I've met or can see on the map here. So, spies have a lot of different functions. They function to either do damage to enemy buildings, units, morale, general type stuff like that, or you can have them steal stuff from other enemy cities and give them to your own. So I think that's what I'll do for this first spy right here. I have a spy, and I am going to send them to I can send them to Hungary cities, Buda or Esztergom, or I can send them to Egypt cities. And depending on what you see on the sidebar here, these are the possible missions your spy can do. You send a spy to a city, and then they can do, once they get there, they can do one of these things. I'll explain more of them as the time goes on, but for now, I'm just going to say I want to send it to Egypt, because Egypt's been my enemy for now, and I kind of want to reduce their defenses a little bit more. So I'm going to send my spy over to Rakadet, which is their capital. It's going to take a few turns for them to actually get there, so they are not going to immediately approach it. Not going to be immediately available, but once they do, I'll demonstrate the missions. And hello, Lex. I just mentioned you and how you want to learn more about spies, so here's your introduction. I'm not sure how much of that you caught, but once my spy gets set up in Rakadet, I will explain that for you, because I know you asked me about that 3 months ago. So I'll get to it. Just like I promised. For now, though, we have a technically ongoing war we have with Egypt that I need to resolve. And the way I see things going, I'm not going to be able to resolve that with my military anytime soon. So, I'm going to actually back off for a bit and just hold the line. I don't have enough forces to capture Egypt, but I massively overwhelmed them in terms of military strength. So, while I can't capture the cities, I'm just gonna, stand here, maybe take a couple hits or so. I don't want that to happen, by the way. I'm gonna take a couple of hits from them, and I don't know. Hopefully, I can ask them for peace at some point, because being at perpetual war isn't exactly a great idea. And of course, they want gold from me in order for us to have peace, but I don't want to give them my gold. I don't want to. I mean, they're my enemy. I don't want to give them gold. They've been fighting me. Plus, they're not attacking me. I'm safe. I feel confident saying that I'm safe in my position, so I don't need to end my formal war with them just yet. I can just hold on to that permanent state of war because they're not attacking me. If they're not attacking me, that's it. So be it. That's their loss. I'm going to go through and select some new things to establish here. I can upgrade my government here, so again, a government is a type of it gives you access to more policy slots and more passive effects that automatically take effect in the background. There are different tiers of governments, roughly corresponding to how governments evolved over, human civilization. I'm going to go for my first tier 2 government here, the Merchant Republic. So with that in place, I have a few more slots available to me. Get a red card in military policy, so I'm going to say, I could get +8 gold per turn. I could get +5 production per turn. I'm just going to go for the production. Economic, I'm good for what it is right now. Diplomatic. Diplomatic's kind of interesting. I could get another +19 gold per turn, which is pretty good. Or I could take Visselbanken, which gives me plus food and plus production for cities. that I have trade route towards. At this point, though, I don't know. It's kind of a toss-up for me between these two, whether I want to grow my cities more or whether I want more gold. I don't think I have any trade routes active between ally cities right now, so this card isn't worth anything to me. I'll just take the plus 19 gold per turn and call it a day. So with that, time to actually do the rest of my turn, since those were just the bonuses that popped up on at the beginning of my turn. I have lots of notifications on the side. That's kind of one criticism I have with Civ 6, is that you get a lot of these pop-ups. Some of them are meaningful, most of them are not so impactful, so I tend to just dismiss a lot of them. And that's really based off of experience, so I don't expect anyone to be like, oh yeah, I know exactly which notifications I need and don't need right off the bat. For now though, let's see. I have my notifications, which you can pay attention to. Your cities will start producing things and then produce them, and then you have to choose new things to produce for them. For now, let's see. I'm actually going to, what do I want to produce in this city? I think I'm going to build a builder, since I need to start improving my tiles here. I want to put more districts down, and I also want to reap all of these forest tiles that I can use to grow my cities. They have extra food and extra production, so I'm gonna take those. What do I want to build in this city? So this is a game where you go back and forth, you start growing your empire, start growing more of your cities, and then eventually, you know, you can start getting into a groove of things. You say, oh, I want this city to be focused on culture, I want this city to be focused on science, I want this city to be focused on producing military units. You can sort of plan your civilization out that way. Right now, I'm focusing on growth first and foremost. For example, Mbanza Congo, this city right here. I am at my housing cap, 5 housing for 5 citizens. 1 citizen needs 1 housing per city. Or excuse me, 1 citizen needs 1 housing. If you reach your cap, or if you get close to your cap, like I'm at my cap right now, your population growth rate slows down. So right now I'm at 5 population. I want that population to be higher. More people equals more productive cities. So I want to grow my population. And I can do that by increasing my housing, so my people have more room to live in. So I am going to choose a building or district that gives me more housing, like this aqueduct. An aqueduct gives you up to 6 additional housing, so it's a pretty good building if you need more houses. Just gonna plop that down right there, and we can move on. Let's see, you try and make my save do all of it. Yeah, that's why there's lots of different ways you can plan out your cities. Like, I mean, look at the side panel right here. You can have it produce faith for your religion, you can have it produce science, you can have it produce military units, money, culture, growth. There's lots of different directions you can take your cities. And realistically speaking, in 9 out of 10 cities you build, you can't build every single one of these districts. So thinking about which of your cities you want to do what is good to think about in advance, or, you know, give it some thought instead of just like being like, oh, I feel like I want this because I haven't had one of these in a while. Or trying to be like, I want to do all of these because I need all of these. Having your cities do one particular thing good is better than having one city do lots of different things poorly. Kind of like, I want the city to specialize in what and stuff. Oh, hey! Welcome, Broob. Good morning to you. I hope you're not too sleep deprived after trying to catch one of my streams. I apologize again. I know my streams are not at an optimal time for you, but maybe I can consider streaming at different times in the future, which is certainly on the docket for me, so I'll give it a good think. In the meantime here, let's look at let's look at some resources to see if I can sell off some things to the AI. You slept for almost 6 hours. Hey, that's a decent amount. That's not too bad. I know for me back in the day, that would have been a decent amount of sleep too. So nowadays I actually try to actually get some proper rest, so I'm done with trying to stay up all day and all night. Sometimes I still do it accidentally, but I'm kind of over that right now. Alright, let's see here. So I have a religion. It's called horseshoe crabs because horseshoe crabs are the best kind of crabs. And I have a religious unit here called an apostle. I have different things I can do with it. Right now, let's see. Egypt has Judaism, Brazil has Islam, and Zoroastrianism. I expect there to be a few more religions on the map. Let's see. Yeah, there are definitely a few more here. Catholicism, Hinduism. I don't think I'm adjacent to any of them yet, so I'll wait to talk about those. But for the moment, I think I'm going to use this apostle to... Well, actually... You know what? I'm going to do a big brain move here. Big brain move here and put this apostle to sleep for another 6 turns. I'll tell you what I want to do after that when the arrow rolls over, but that's not an optimal thing, but I think it'll pay off for me, so I'm gonna hold off for that. In the meantime, I'm scouting for my galley, excuse me, and that's all the options I have to do this turn, so next turn. When does Civ 7 come out? There are dates online for Civ 7. I can look it up real quick. Civilization 7 initial release date February 11th. So that's in 2-ish weeks. 2 weeks and 3 days. So 17 days. It's coming up soon. I myself will not be buying it because I almost never buy games when they are first released. I prefer to wait until they get a discount. Because I do not like spending full price for games. Because full price for games are getting really expensive nowadays. And I can afford to wait. I don't feel a big pressure to do that now. And I'm having lots of fun with Civ 6 at the moment, like you're seeing right now. So, I'm just gonna ride along with Civ 6 until discount first comes along for Civ 7, and then maybe I'll consider picking it up. But Civ 7 is going to be drastically different from Civ 6. Already, you play as different civs. You play as multiple civs throughout the course of a single game session or game save. There are lots of different changes to combat. Cities grow really differently now. There's still the district system, but now you have less micromanaged control over it, which I actually find to be a big plus, because micromanagement in this game, in Civ 6, can get a fair bit tedious at times. Which I will demonstrate later on in this series when I have like 40 cities and I need to coordinate all of their production queues and then move all of my units, however many I might have. So that's that. Yeah, I mean that's also part of it too, right, Broob? Like, all previous Civ games have had DLC associated with them. So, Civ 7 will inevitably have DLCs that I will inevitably pick up when I want to actually play this game for the first time. So, I'm also waiting for that too. I think, so this game, Civ 6, it has 2 big DLCs, Rise and Fall, and Gathering Storm. Those are the 2 big DLCs you have for Civ 6. If you want the full game, you should purchase both of them in addition to the base game. And the DLC pack has been true for all previous Civ games as well. Civ 5 had a couple, Civ 4 had like 3, Civ 3 also had 3 DLCs, I think. So all mainline Civ games have had some form of DLC that folks say you wouldn't be getting the quote-unquote complete game experience without them. So I'm also going to be waiting for that. And then on top of the mainline DLCs, you have leader packs. You had a lot of leader packs for this game, Civ 6. Most of them are bundled in what's called the New Frontier Pass. That's just the name of the DLC. But the New Frontier Pass contains extra leaders for this game. It doesn't contain too many new game mechanics, but it contains new leaders. So new characters, in essence, to play as. So you can look forward to that for Civ 7 as well. I don't think they'll change the formula for that. That's worked for them for the past 3 mainline games. So I don't think they'll change that anytime soon. It's got a great merchant, which is pretty cool. Grants 3 envoys. Who do I want to be envoy? Who do I want to be friends with here? Ooh, I might want to be friends with Bandar Brunei, so I will send you over here. Okay. Let's cut down this rainforest. Cut some turns off this bank. I'm producing the city. Gonna move my galley over, explore a little bit more. This is a 1-turn wall I can do here. I mean, why not? It's 1 turn. I'm not dying to produce anything in that city right now, so that's fine. Although, I think what I really want is more workers. I think I really need to start improving the tiles on my land. That'll come soon enough. Not willing to spend 70 bucks in a game that's going to get more DLC. Exactly. That's my exact feelings as well. I'm going to be spending 70 bucks on Civ 7 only for it to not be the complete game, because there's going to be more DLC that comes out afterwards, and that's not something I'm willing to do. For this game, I waited. I didn't start playing this game. This game was released in, what, 2016 or something? And all the DLCs were released by 2020. So it was a good 4 years that the game was quote-unquote incomplete until all the DLCs were released. So, like Broob said, I'm not willing to pay 70 bucks for a game that is also incomplete until they release all the DLC, so that's why I'm waiting. Anyways here, I have a dedication, a special dedication, because I'm in a golden age. I got enough era score. Era score, if you get enough era score, that puts you in a golden age. If you get a normal amount of era score, that puts you in a normal age. If you don't get enough era score, that puts you in a dark age. And dark ages, normal ages, and golden ages vaguely, conceptually, represent how your civilization is doing on the international stage and how well you are doing more generally. More specifically, it gives you access to passive bonuses or debuffs, depending on whether you get a heroic age, golden age, normal age, or dark age. So for here, I'm in a golden age, which is pretty nice. I have a good tempo for my civ, so being in the golden age will give me access to better bonuses, and allows me to keep the momentum moving, keep momentum in how well my civ is progressing. For here, let's choose a bonus. What do I want here? I don't want to go to war because I'm not really focusing on military stuff right now, so 2 arms is out of the question. Hicks on Trichonis, I'm not selling cities on different continents right now, so that's also out of the question. I could do Heartbeat of Steam, which gives my campuses additional production. And actually, I can exile this right now. I don't have to choose right now. I can look at my cities and be like, oh, do I have any campuses that could give me that bonus? That would be a good thing to check beforehand. So, for example, I have a campus here that gives me +3 science. With that one bonus that I just pointed out, this +3 science campus will also give me +3 production in this city. That's pretty nice, but it's just, it's my one and only campus. So, I'm not going to be getting too much production out of it. Is it worth getting that bonus just for 3 production? Not really to me. So I think the answer for me has to be Reform the Coinage. I plan on producing more traders, which gives me more gold per turn, so that's an easy pick for me. Arrow scores stress me out. Yeah, the game really pushes it as like a big milestone in your Civ's progression, right? Like, If you don't get enough arrow score, you're going to fall into a Dark Age. Honestly, though, it's not that big of a debuff as you might expect. Actually, depending on how my current age goes, I might fall into a Dark Age next era. So that'll be fun to experiment with if that happens. So well, you'll see it happen if it does happen. But I don't think I could show it right now. But even being in a Dark Age, you're not really that far behind. You still get access to some pretty powerful cards that are different from the ones you find in a Golden Age. It's just, you know, they come with certain rules or debuffs associated with them, and those are things you can generally play around. It's just a matter of reading it and making sure you fully understand its benefits and drawbacks. But being in a Dark Age is not the end of the world, and sometimes it can even set you up to go into a Heroic Age. If you go into a Dark Age, you don't get enough arrow score, and then in that era you're in a Dark Age, you get a lot of arrow score, like way past the point you need for a normal age. You can launch yourself into a Heroic Age, which gives you access to 3 simultaneous buffs at the same time. And that's honestly a valid strat that some players like to do. I'm not at that point where I can pull that off successfully, but dipping into a Dark Age and then rising to a Heroic Age is something that can really boost your civilization if you plan it out right. So it's honestly something that you can use to your advantage, and that's something that you should have to stress about. Although I completely understand why it is stressing for a lot of folks. But maybe I can demonstrate that if I go into a Dark Age the next era. We'll see. Let's see. In Aquila, what do I want to make? I want to build a theater square, and I wanted to build one here. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to lock in that theater square and say, yeah, you know what? I'm going to build a theater square first. I don't want the bank. I want the theater square first. This worker, on the other hand, can be out doing productive things. So I will move you over here to build a lumber mill. This catapult, you're going to get run over by that pike and shot. So I'm actually going to retreat you to my territory and set up a defensive line. Probably back here is good. Okay, awesome. My spy is ready. So now here's that 3-month waiting period over for your spy explanation. So spies are special units. You don't move them around like regular military units. You send them to specific cities. They can be your own for more defensive-oriented missions, or they can be towards other players' cities for more offense-oriented missions. I've chosen to send my spy into Rakadet, which is Egypt's capital, because 1, I'm at war with them, and I kind of want to play around with them a little bit, and 2, I want to take some things from them. So, here's what you do with spies. Spies have a set of missions you can choose from. You do 1 mission at a time, and that mission has a chance of succeeding or failing. You can see these missions listed on the left-hand side. You've got a bunch of them available to you. Each of these do very different things. To explain them all would take a bit of time, but I'm going to explain the rationales for what you should choose right now. For spies that you just build, for example, I just built the spy. This is my spy's very first mission. I am going to go with Gain Sources. If you read it here, spies will operate at 2 levels higher for 24 turns. Gain Sources will always have a 100% chance of succeeding. There's no chance of it failing, so that's a safe pick. When you complete this mission, your spy will be 2 levels higher. If you remember how military units can get promotions, quote-unquote, spies can also get promotions, quote-unquote. When spies level up, they have a higher probability of executing all these missions successfully. So in other words, these percentages will go up after you complete this Gain Sources mission. If you can kind of remember these percentages right now, a lot of them are at or below 50%, but once I complete this mission, these will go up to like 75, like this 25 might go up to 50, this 50 might go up to 75, something like that. So the best way to do it is to just pick Gain Sources first, accept the mission, and that mission is going to take 6 turns. So while those 6 turns are happening, you don't do anything. The spy will do its thing, and you come back and revisit it in 6 turns. So that's what we'll do. So don't worry about it for now. It'll do its work, and we will revisit it later. that's the same for all the other spy missions as well. You set it and forget it, and then hope it works out in the end.
Modlę się o duszę twoją.
Alright, Poland, I've got my priorities. You don't need to tell me of your own. Alright, next turn, production. So, Mapinda has finished building a commercial hub, which is pretty nice. Although I've noticed, as you can see here, it's highlighted on the left side here and a little bit towards the bottom. It's running out of housing. It's going to have a housing crisis soon. So I want to build more housing for the city so it can continue to grow. The best way to do so is by building aqueducts or neighborhoods. In this case, my neighborhood is called Mabanza, and it happens to be the Civ's unique district. This is unique to Mabanza. All other Civs call this district a neighborhood. This Civ calls their neighborhood a Mabanza because it has some special effects associated with it. For now, I am going to place an aqueduct right here where I put this pin, because Curry from 3 months ago told me that I wanted to build an aqueduct here, so that is what I'm going to do. I trust Curry from 3 months ago, so I am going to follow his direction. I'm sure he had great plans in mind when he planned out the districts for this city. By the way, putting pins down? Excellent way to be like, I want to save this tile for something later, so I don't forget it. Because, as you can see, it's very easy to lose track of what you wanted to do on a particular tile in a particular city. So, making notes for yourself is a good way of doing that. Put down pins! They can do a lot for you. Alright, this galley has finished exploring south. I think I'm gonna send it a little bit up here, just to explore a little bit. Oh, okay, Poland, go away. Thank you, Poland. I don't need your criticism right now. And Brazil, too. Come on, Brazil. Really? Alright. How do you place pins again? Look on the lower left of your screen. There's a little map text icon right here. Click on it. You click on Add Tack. And then you click on the tile you want to add a tack to. Let's say, I'll put one here. You choose an icon that you want to label the icon, the tile with. I mean, you could put anything there. You could be like, I want to put a spaceport here, but actually, wait a second, no, I want to put a commercial hub here. You can change this later. So just add tack, put a pin down, choose which icon you want. Usually the building you want to place there, or the improvement, whatever you want. And you can also label it if you want, like, give it a name, like maybe commercial hub? And it shows up like that. There you go. Brazil was criticizing me earlier, and I noticed I dropped my friendship with him because your friendships only last a specific number of turns. So I'm gonna say, I want to be your friend again. Thank you, Brazil, for being my friend and not wanting to attack me. Because the last thing I needed in this game is more allies, or more enemies, excuse me. I definitely need more allies. So, right, here's my apostle. Now that my era has rolled over, you see my era score is now reset. I now need to produce more era score to avoid a dark age and potentially earn a golden age, right? The reason I was holding off on using this apostle was that because one of its actions, launching an Inquisition, gives you era score. So, you can see I'm at 92 right now. If I launch an Inquisition, that gives me +1 era score. So now I'm at 93 era score. It's not much, but it's honest work. I mean, it's not much, but every era score point counts. So that's why I was holding off on that for. And the other reason I held off on that, just to be completely clear, was because I could have used my apostle to spread my religion, but I felt like I didn't really need to. My religion was relatively safe, and I didn't see any other like enemy religious units coming in, so I felt like I could just use that apostle to start an Inquisition and get some era score off of that. So, one, I didn't need its main function right away, and two, it had a secondary function that I felt like I valued more. So, there's that. Alright, for Mabambi, I think I'm going to produce an aqueduct. Build an No, I'm going to build a Mabanza, because that's what Kurt from 3 months ago said by placing this pin here. So I will follow your lead, Curry from 3 months ago. Perfect. Now that will give that city more housing. Alright. Let's see. I realized I do not know how to build lumber mills on rainforest yet, so this worker walked over here for nothing. This is on a Plains Hills tile, which I don't particularly want to cut down because it's got food, and my city is doing okay on food. It's not the best, so I kind of want to preserve the food on this tile. Rainforest gives +1 food, so if I cut this down, this tile will now go down to be 1 food, and that's not something I value right now. So I'm just going to walk this over to Mbamba and see what I can do there. Man-at-Arms. I think I'll have you walk over here and maybe upgrade to another unit. I'll upgrade my catapult to a trebuchet. I think that's long overdue. Not that I need the military strength right now, but it's just good to have units prepared in case, you know, Egypt decides to do something funny again. Before I end my next turn, I have 4,206 gold, which probably means I should be doing something with it. That's a lot of gold, and it's sitting around doing nothing. So now is a good time for me to be doing something with it, like producing more settlers. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. And by producing, I mean buying. You can produce things, again, you can produce things regularly through the production queue, or if you have enough money, you can just buy it immediately. Ta-da! I have a settler now. That cost me 1,190 gold, which brings me down to 3,000 gold. That's still a lot of money left. I'm glad I picked up all that. I snowballed my gold generation. Now I have all the money I want to do with. My great merchant has traveled to Bandar Brunei. Let's get some envoys in here. And flip the city state so that now that I become its suzerain. And that gives me +2 arrow score. Lots of random things will give you arrow score, so there's a list you can look at on the internet. I'm not sure if it's worth it. My recommendation for folks is just to ignore the arrows system because it can get a little obscure and even nonsensical at times, but it's a mechanic that you can play around regardless of which age you're in. And like Rube said, it often overwhelms people because what the heck is an era? Why do you need this? A dark age sounds really scary. Why did my screen get darker all of a sudden? Your screen actually does get darker when you get into a dark age, which is thematically appropriate, but you know, still a little bit terrifying to folks who don't know what the era system is. If you were watching very carefully, my screen got a little bit brighter when I went into my golden age when the turn rolled over, so you had to be watching for that, but it actually does, you know, aesthetically affect things, but only aesthetically. It doesn't actually meaningfully affect other things, aside from, you know, all the passive bonuses you get. Let's see, metal casting is done, and I'm gonna say I want to go for industrialization. It's time to build some more factories. I want my cities to become more productive. I want them to have a higher production value. So that's what I'm gonna do. In this city, it's doing okay on housing. It is going to run into a housing crisis shortly, so I am going to build a theater square, because that obviously gives housing. It doesn't, but just play along here for the moment. I could build a Mbanza, but I want the theater square first, just to lock it in. Just be like, I want to solidify this as my plan. So that is what I'm going to do. Okay. I have a settler, one of many that I'll be sending out, so I'll send you out there. And now that settler's moving out, I'll just buy another one. Holy moly, I have bought another settler without spending another 11 turns to make one. That's really good. And that really shows you the power of actually snowballing your gold income. So there's that. Meanwhile, I'm going to send my traders out and start making some extra cash on the side. That is exactly what I'm going to do. Man-at-Arms. I don't have a use for you here. Trebuchet. You'll stay there for now. I also don't really need your work right now. I have new cards. Mainly this one. I'm not gonna slot it in. I don't really have any workshops. I don't really want any great engineers right now. It's not worth it for me. Brazil wants an economic alliance. You see, I do want an economic alliance, but not with Brazil. I actually want one with Solomon from the Ottomans, because I'm sending trade routes to them. So I'm going to get a greater return on investment if I get an economic alliance with them instead. Economic alliances give you bonuses for trading with them or sending trade routes with them. So that is exactly what I'm going to do. Let's see, settler number 2. New plan. You're going to settle this city up here. You're going to settle this city over here. And with that, I'm going to purchase my very 3rd settler. Yay! You can see how absurd this is getting. Usually it takes like 11 turns, 12 turns, 15 turns to build a settler. Not if you have the cash on hand though. Money gets you everything. Or most things. Doesn't completely win you the game, but it gets you 90% of the way there. So there's always a plus for that. All right. Let's see here. What do I want to do here? I'm gonna wait 1 turn for this so I can well, you know what? Never mind, I'm just gonna build this lumber mill here. I want the production right now. This settler is going to settle on the southern tip of this island. Next turn. Let's keep the snowball rolling.
Not all who wander.
The game is about getting the snowball started and getting it rolling. I'm going to sell some luxury resources because that's just free money on the table there. I'm going to sell it to Ambiorix of the Gauls because why not? Let's see. Matthias could use some truffles. He's willing to give me 206 gold for it. Yep. So Jadwiga is going to give me 92 gold for that truffle. Why not? I have some diplomatic favor available to me. I could just pawn that off immediately and get like a whole 65 gold for 30 turns. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna sell my diplomatic favor to Brazil. You can have it. I want that 65-ish gold per turn. And I'm gonna buy some luxury resources from the AI. Because, I want more luxuries. More luxuries means happier people in your cities, and happier people in your cities means more productive cities. I just bought a crap ton of luxuries. Now my cities are way more productive. That's how this works. Alright. You are going to move over here. You are done building a bank. I see no outstanding issues with the city as is. So I am going to, yeah, I probably should have built the theater. I should have chopped this forest and then built the theater square in this tile. Whatever. I'll build a trader in the meanwhile. Have this guy move back while that trader is being produced, and then we can keep moving with that. Okay. Here is part 2 of your tutorial on spies. My spy just finished its gain source mission. Now, because of that, you can see here mission success boosted. These percentages are slightly higher now. Maybe not as high as you'd like them, but they are definitely higher. For example, this breach dam was previously at 25%, now it's at 50%. This neutralized governor was at 37, I think. Now it's at 63, so that's a bonus, right? In general, you want to do the gain sources mission first, so these percentages have a increased chance of succeeding, excuse me. For most missions, the percentage chance of success does not go above 90. So 90 is the cap for most of these missions. Certain ones, like the listening post, which always has a chance of succeeding, and gain sources, which always succeeds, again, they're always at 100, but for all the other ones, they're capped at 90. So there's really no point in doing it if all the other ones are already at 90. Just a tidbit there. But now that you've done the gain sources, now you can think about doing other missions that will actually benefit you now. So for example, you can steal a tech boost. What's a tech boost? If you go to the tech tree up here, a boost is what you do if you want to gain like 30% of a technology's cost immediately. That's what a boost is here. So for example, if I wanted to cut this time into researching square rig by 30%, I would need to kill a unit with a musket man, and then I automatically get 30% science into this specific technology. For industrialization, if you look over here, I've already built 2 workshops. That's the boost for industrialization. I got almost half of its research cost already granted to me. So that's what a boost is. So that's just one specific mission you can do. All the other missions, again, allow you to interact with other various game mechanics, like loyalty here, removing their governor, destroying one of their improvements, so in this case, destroying their dam. You can do lots of different things. For now, I'm just going to do the mission that I talked about, which is Steel Tech Boost. Now, at 63%, it's not normally something I would do, but I've got nothing better for the spy to do, and I figured it'd be fun to demonstrate anyway, so let's do it. I click on it. It tells me it'll take 6 turns. So once I accept this mission, I wait 6 turns, and then it'll tell me the result. And here are the possible outcomes after those 6 turns are over. You have a 63% chance of successfully completing the mission. That means you get this military boost and your spy makes it out alive. You have a 28% chance of failing the mission. So what failing the mission means is your spy doesn't get it done, but it otherwise stays alive, it stays in the city, you can have it do another mission. And then there's a small chance, a 9% chance of it being captured or killed. Now, that means captured means your spy is now locked away in the city, and you have to negotiate with the other civ to get it traded back to you. Maybe you have to make a trade deal to get the spy back. Killed means it's killed. It's removed from the map entirely. So that it sucks, but that's a chance. There's a chance it could happen. For demonstration purposes, though, I'm willing to accept a 63% chance of winning, even though that's not something I normally do. So let's do it. Accept mission. It disappears off the map. It takes 6 turns. We'll revisit the issue in 6 turns and see if it wins or not. Oh, hey, Nick. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Nick DGOE, as you are known for on twitch.tv. I am most certainly winning this game of Civilization 6. And I hope you can join me for the ride as I over-explain all the mechanics of this game. I am just going through a casual, I don't know, over-explained playthrough of the leader in the Zingabambande of the Congo civilization. And here I am entertaining the folks and explaining this game and seeing if anyone else is interested in playing with me. Because not many people are, and I like this game, so...
The individual has some possibility of escape.
Funnily enough, the games that I like are games that no one else likes, so this is my only chance to actually show them off to other folks. Let's see here, for my governor. What do I want? I thought I'd take Amani for funny loyalty purposes, and I will stash you in let's stash you in Bologna. I want to stash you there for now and see how far that gets me. You still haven't played 6, and 7 comes out in what, a month? Yes, Civ 7 comes out in 17 days actually, so it's right around the corner. But honestly, I'm not going to get Civ 7 immediately. One, I think it costs like $70 US, so that's a little bit out of my budget. And 2, it's the base game. There's probably going to be DLC that comes afterwards, and I want to wait until the full game is developed before I buy the game I spend 70 bucks and then I realize, oh no, the game's not complete. I have to buy more $30 DLC or something. Oh, that's not my vibe. So, I will not be playing Civ 7 for at least a year, or at the very least until the first discounts come out for the base game. So, yep, I also got 6 on a super sale as well. That's my super democratic way. I wouldn't have it any other way. So same thing with 7. So we'll see. We'll revisit it eventually. It'll just take a little bit of time. I have made a second spy, and what you can do is you can double up on spies, or you can even triple up on spies. You can send multiple spies to the same city. It doesn't matter. You can have each spy doing different missions in the city. You can send your spies to all different cities. You can send all your spies to the same city if you want to really screw up that city. Whatever you want. What I am going to do is send my spy over to Buda over here, because I want to get a little bit more visibility on the Hungarians, because I don't really know what they're doing over there, and I want to know. I want to know what they're up to. We're going to look at that. Ambanta Congo can produce an amphitheater. That is fine by me. I am not interested. Am I interested in these policy cards? Yes, actually. I am going to remove colonization and swap in triangular trade. What a switch. That reminds me of certain things in real life. Wow. That's Civ for ya. You saw this over here? Belém, a formerly Brazilian city, has now flipped independent because I am in a heroic age, and heroic ages are good for putting loyalty pressure on surrounding cities. So I exerted more influence on Belém than Brazil did, which means the city of Belém will flip to me. That's what we call it, flipping. And what that means is they will join my empire, and I will have full control over that city. And that will happen if you hover over this in 9 turns. So that's perfect. One more city for me to take control of. That's probably the biggest reason why you go into Golden Ages, is so you can play around with loyalty. And then also for the dedication bonus you can get afterwards. Let's keep on chugging. Settler, my settlers have moved into position, so time to spam out even more cities. Cities win you the game. The more cities you have, the better. So get your cities out and going, and you will have a great time. One city here, one city here. I'm going to have you work on... Actually, I'm going to place that at the harbor first. Remove it so I lock in the harbor. And then, I don't know, you can work on a granary and a monument, and then a harbor. How about that for an order? Same thing here. I'm going to lock in a harbor for you. And then have you work on a granary, a monument, and then a harbor. Next turn. Brazil wants a cultural alliance. That's very cheeky of you. No, I do not want a cultural alliance. A cultural alliance means you do not exert loyalty pressure on their cities. Which is, as I just described, exactly what I want to be doing to Belém. So, that's a no-go, Brazil. I want your cities. It's not my fault if you can't hold on to them. So, no thank you. No deal. Alright, I'm going to chop out this forest here and use that production to build a theater square. Neat little trick. You can chop things out before you have formally set a production target for your city. I'm gonna start moving a little bit faster here because there's lots of things to do. Eleanor of Aquitaine, England version, England flavor. Eleanor is a very funny leader in civilization here. If we ever find one of her cities, I will tell you what her civ bonuses are. But but just know that Eleanor has a very funny bonus that pertains to loyalty pressure. Your people's glorious age looks a lot like loaning me. You just met me, come on now. Can't be that mad. Special session. Eleanor of Aquitaine was ravaged by a natural disaster. Oh, yippee. Well, you see, downvoting this only works in my favor if the whole thing fails. But for these kinds of aid requests, without fail, the AI will almost pretty much always upvote them. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to join this aid request and upvote it myself. I'm going to put in a single vote because I don't really care for it. But I know it's going to happen anyway, so I might as well take a part in it. And the reason you do that is because if you take a part in it, you can win these cool rewards at the bottom. 2 diplomatic victory points or diplomatic favor. So I'm going to be part of it because I know it's going to be happening anyway, whether I like it or not. And I'm going to use that to my advantage to hopefully score some diplomatic favor. Look here. Almost everyone upvoted it. There's one AI that downvoted it, whatever. It pretty much always passes. So, this is a natural disaster emergency. How these work is you support the civ that is the target. So Eleanor here has suffered a natural disaster. We should help them recover. You can do that by sending gold, completing a special project in your city. Actually, that's it. Those are the 2 things you can do. You can send gold, like literally, like open up Eleanor, say, hey, I'm gonna just send you 200 gold. You can do that. Or you go over to one of your cities and say, I'm gonna have you work on a send aid project right at the bottom here. That's a special project that's only active during this aid request emergency when it's active. So for me, I could send gold. I mean, I have a crap ton of it, but at the same time, I don't want Eleanor to have that gold because, you know, I don't want the AI to have gold, but them having gold means they spend it on things. And them spending it on things means I can't spend it on things. So, you know, whole trade-offs here. I'll take your luxuries, though. So for me, I'm probably going to be competing in this through the Send Aid project. Now, you do have to balance this with, yes, you can dedicate your cities to working on this, but of course that comes at the opportunity cost of producing other things your city might need, like walls or banks or other districts. It's all a game of trade-offs and what you want your cities to prioritize. You can't do everything, so you have to choose, and you have to figure out what's best for your civ at any particular moment. So, I have decided that I do not want to think about this right now, and I will wait 29 more turns until it becomes a pressing emergency for me, and I'm screaming like, oh no, I'm falling behind. What do I do? So that's what I'm going to do. Is it a wise decision? No. Is it a decision that I've made right now? Yes. As long as I remember to actually revisit it in 20 turns or so. So here we go. I'm going to ignore it for now, because honestly, I want my cities to produce something else. I think that's a better use of my time than helping Eleanor out with her emergency or something. Okay. This city, I think, could use another builder. And it has tiles that could be improved, so I'm going to help improve them. This worker is going to go around improving tiles, because the city needs improving. Gonna scout around here. World Congress time. Okay. World Congress happens on a regular pace. You gotta participate. I don't know what to say. A lot of these resolutions don't really matter. Resolutions are just, what do you want to have happen? There are specific resolutions that pop up every time the World Congress rolls around, and you have to choose to upvote them or downvote them for whatever options you want. So, for example, this one is called Mercenary Companies. Do you want military units to be more expensive or less expensive? For me, I'm willing to vote for having them be less expensive. And as you can see here, a lot of other players also prefer them to be less expensive. I'm going to select production because I am hard building my military units and not purchasing them with gold. So this will benefit me. This means that I will have a 50% discount on producing producing military units inside my cities with just the production queue. You can also have choose faith or gold. I think the AI normally chooses production, so that also works in my favor. Here's the second thing you need to decide. Which player do you hate? And which player do you want others to hate? That's literally what public relations is. The chosen player generates more grievances, or the chosen player generates less grievances. In this case, I want people to hate Egypt more, so I am going to upvote option A, which means whoever I choose here will have more grievances against them generated. Grievances are the name of the points you get if you do something bad in the world, like go to war or kill someone. So if Cleopatra does those things, she will have disproportionately more grievances generated towards her by choosing this particular option. So I'm gonna invest exactly 1 vote to each of these because I really don't care about this. Yes, some of these provide me with very small bonuses, but they're not part of my strategy, so I don't really care about them. So let's take a look. This one, producing or purchasing military units is 50% of its regular cost. This option passed, and as you can see, we had a 73 total votes, resounding success towards production. So even if you invest 1 vote, if you choose the right one, you get all the benefits. So you really only put in more votes if you want to go with an unpopular decision, or if you really want to make sure it passes and you're not sure of it. So just by me putting in my 1 vote up here, I joined the other 72 votes in favor of this resolution. And it passed. So now military units will be cheaper. And that's something I could get behind because I think I need a bigger military. Public relations. Everyone chose Eleanor to be their target of hatred, which is fine. I mean, if you know anything about Eleanor of Aquitaine, you have good reason to be mad at her, so I don't mind that one went to Eleanor instead of Cleopatra. So be it. Oh god. Yes, Brew, I see you there. Yeah, good on y'all for that, right? We will see Eleanor when the time rolls around and I expand to the other continent. But that will be not for a while. In the meantime, though, let's invest some envoys. Let's see, I have 3 envoys left, so how about you, and you? Get some, level all of them up to 3. That should be good for now. Alright, let's go around, putting some more tiles, exploring more of this land. I don't want to fight with this galley right now, so I'm going to skip turn. Alright.
There is little man has made that approaches anything.
I researched, oh, here we go. Ignore the research for now. Alright, it's been 6 turns. My spy successfully completed its mission. So with a 63% chance, as if you remember from 6 turns ago, with a 63% chance of winning, my spy won. So, as a result, I complete the mission. I get its bonus. I steal a technology bonus, a technology boost from the city, and now it's ready to do something else. So, okay, that's great. Here is the boost that I stole from the city. Continue. And now, if I go back up to Rakadet, it's now ready for another mission. Not only that, because it successfully completed a mission, it gets a promotion. So now, I get to choose from one of 3 randomly selected promotions. There are more in this list that spies can do, but it randomly chooses 3, and you choose 1 from that 3. I'm going to say, I want you to get the License to Kill promotion. Neutralize governor as if 2 levels more experienced. That means, if this city has a governor, I can run the Neutralize Governor mission, and it will have a higher chance of succeeding. So let's choose that. once you choose a promotion, that takes up all the that uses up all the units' actions for that turn, so you have to wait until the next turn to do it. So I'll show you what it looks like next turn. In the meantime, though, let's keep on chugging on. Workers abound, building improvements. You will probably move over here when the city expands to claim that truffles. You will build... you could build an aqueduct. I'm gonna pin it here in case I need it, but... Aqueduct. Maybe right here. Maybe. Actually, I'm gonna label it. Maybe. Maybe an aqueduct. How about a Mamanza? It could go here. Maybe. Let's do that. Maybe a Mamanza here. In the meantime, though, I want you to make, not a harbor, because this only has 3 lake tiles. That's not really a good use of my harbor. Let's have you build a builder. Again, I need more builders. I need to improve my tiles. I need more. I need more things to do. I need more yields off my tiles. Alright, let's start moving a bit faster, shall we? Improve the terrain, settle more cities, improve more tiles. I've just settled a new city, as you can clearly see here. Oh look, I've set down pins that Curry from 3 months ago has planned out, so let's follow his direction. Let's do that. You will, I'm actually going to claim some tiles around here, just so the AI can't steal it. I really need these land tiles on these coastal cities because I don't have too many to work with here. So let's claim some tiles for my borders here. Because I have the extra spare change to go around doing that. That's no skin off my back. And again, I still have 3,400 gold. That's a lot of gold. I'm going to purchase a settler for 1,500. That still leaves me with half my bank left. Perfect. Here we go. Next turn. Now my spy can do something. Now you can see here. It's now more skilled. All these percentages have went up, especially the neutralized governor mission, because I took that license to kill promotion, neutralized governor as if 2 levels more experienced. This governor now has a higher chance of working. Now, generally, you really only neutralize governors if you want to reduce the loyalty in that city. That's generally what it's good for, but it can also be good for other cases, such as you don't want that governor's bonus being active in the city. In this case, we don't really know who's in the city, so we don't know which bonuses are being active, but we could just kill the governor, whoever they are. We don't need to know who they are in order to kill them. So, we could totally do this mission. But I will not, because I want my spy to do something else. I have nothing too productive. Well, scratch that. I do have something productive to do in this city. I could steal another tech boost. Just like I did with the rifling promotion. I can steal 1 boost, including military slants. So, let's try it. 84% chance of success. That is something I'm generally willing to take the bet on. So I'm gonna do that. We will revisit the issue in 6 turns and see if it works or not. Hungary wants my marble for 4 gold per turn and open borders. No. We will not have that. I will trade you open borders for open borders, but not my marble. Nope. Jadwiga wants the same thing. No. We can have open borders. Fine, I'll give you 16 gold on top of that. That's what we can have. But, that's it. And again, Pedro with the Cultural Alliance. No. It isn't my fault if your culture sucks. It isn't my fault if you can't maintain loyalty pressure on your city. Let's be friends with the Gauls again. Let's build a theater here. Let's see. Kawanga only has a harbor. Do I build any more districts in this city? I absolutely could. The question is whether I should. And I'm really tempted to, but I think a builder would actually suit me a little bit better. A builder, I think, will give me a little bit more return on investment for that, so let's work with it. Alright, I'm gonna walk my settler over here to settle right next to the Egyptians and see what they're up to. Meanwhile, my worker down here is going wild with all these tile improvements. Man, I'm loving this city. I was expecting that city to not be too good, but I think I've got a good district layout for it, so I think it'll be it'll pan out pretty well. Okay, here's my other spy, as you can see here. Yeah, I'm gonna gain sources because for all these other missions here, there's not really a, yeah, these percentages are a little bit too low for me. I'm not willing to take that risk, so I'm willing to wait 6 turns in return for an increased chance of these succeeding. So, I'm gonna do that. Generally, it's a good idea, unless you really, really need to complete a mission right away. It all depends on what you're open to. Now, for Ambiorix, the Gauls. They want a research alliance with me. I'm gonna refuse for now. They're going to be open to it later, because I'm friends with them. Like, I'm literally declared friends with them. So I can declare an alliance with them next turn if I want. I just want to take a check as to whether I will actually benefit from it. Here are the Gauls over here on the sea, and here's me on the other side of the sea. Now, if we look into what a research alliance is, it gives you +1 science from trade routes from your ally, and +2 science from trade routes to your ally. So that means you send trade routes to them, you get science. They send trade routes to you, you also get science. Is he doing that with me, though? Let's see if there's a way for me to actually... Yeah, here we go. Trade route tab over here. Routes to my cities. Who is sending stuff to my cities? No one. Or, not no one. Yeah, some people, but not the Gauls. Actually, hold on. Wait a second. Is this how you read this? Hold on. Yeah, these are the trade routes that others are sending to my city. And it's not... None of them are from the Gauls, so I would literally not benefit at all from an alliance with them. The only thing I would get is alliance points, and maybe diplomatic favor, which it's not really worth it for me to be locked into an alliance. Basically, if you're in an alliance with them, you can't spy on them anymore, which is... I value the opportunity to spy on them more than I value the benefits I get from an alliance. So, that is what I am going to do. I am not going to declare an alliance with them. So, those are some decisions you have to think through and really think about what do I want to prioritize? What is important to me? What do I want in this very moment? Or what could benefit me later down the line? And it does require a fair bit of thinking through all the different mechanics of this game, which there are a lot, I'll give you that. So I don't blame folks for being dissuaded by that, but it is generally worthwhile to think through a lot of these decisions. For this one, I'm going to reorder some things here. I'm now going to take Visselbanken. If you remember at the beginning of this stream, Visselbanken gives you food and production for trade routes with your allies. If you see up here, I'm allies with the Ottomans up here. So by slotting this card in, I will get +12 food and +12 production. In some of my cities, I don't remember which one, but that's still a pretty good amount, so I'm going to slot that in. I want my cities to grow. So, let's take it. Next turn. Things are happening. I think La Venta is at war with the Egyptians, which is pretty funny.
The key words of violent economics are
I've developed, researched industrialization, so now I can build more productive cities. Literally, more productive cities. Which then gives me the opportunity to research flight after I research some prerequisites. So I'll get there. But in the meantime, coal. That gives you the opportunity to get to excuse me, grab some coal. So that's what I'll do. I will purchase this builder to get it out immediately. Slow build a factory. And then we will start to produce even more. Alright, let's go here. Let's chop this forest so we can place an aqueduct right on top. And I want an aqueduct here not just for the housing, because aqueducts give housing, but they also give an adjacency bonus to industrial zones, which is right here. This aqueduct is powering up this industrial zone, and this aqueduct, once finished, will also power up this industrial zone. So, a 2-for-1 combo, I'll take that any day. For you are going to build a lumber mill here. That gives me 2 food for production on this tile, which is pretty darn good. I'm gonna upgrade this galley because I want it to be a little bit more powerful. What is ours for the take it and take it you have? This line generally indicates you've fulfilled one of the AI's agendas, how they approach the world, and what they will appreciate you doing and have higher relations with you for doing. Same thing with Jadwiga. These are the, I think, exploitive agenda, which means improve as many tiles as possible in your empire. Let's take a look. Okay, maybe it's hidden, so I can't see Ambiorix's agenda. How about Poland's? Nope. Okay. But I promise you, it has that agenda, because that specific line is what that means. Good news. Belém, formerly a Brazilian city, is now ours, so let's keep it. We are on a roll here. You get +2 arrow score for a city willingly joining you. So, let's start making a plan for it. This city is lacking some basic necessities, like a granary and a watermill, excuse me. As you can see, Brazil did not build enough housing in Belém, so I will help it by building a granary, which gives you +2 housing. I'll follow it up with a watermill and a monument, and then I will decide from there. What do I want you to do? This builder, I want to go mine this coal. This builder, I probably want to... what's this, a plains rainforest? I could build a lumber mill on there. That wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, I'll build a lumber mill there. This guy shall build farms here, and then here, and here. That'll give me a farm triangle, which gives me extra food. Extra food, extra bonuses, extra goodies. That's what it's all about. Let's harvest this rice here to foursquare the city. Build this caravel. You could use a theater square. You couldn't. But you are running out of housing, so... Building an aqueduct might not be the worst decision here. Yeah, I'll build on top of this mine. It kind of needs the housing here to grow further. And I've met Vietnam. I think that's two... I am now missing one more civ from the world stage. So that's my second to last civ. Vietnam is... Where are they on the map? Vietnam is all the way on the other continent over here, so I will not be interacting with them for quite some time. In the meantime, though, it will not hurt to be friends with them, so... Embassy. Making trade deals like open borders. sure, I'll send you 4 gold if that'll make you accept it. Let's see. How about friendship now? Perfect, we're friends! Just like that. That's all it takes to be friends. You visit their capital, you send open borders. You can consider sending them an embassy. I don't think I did in this case. And then, that's it, you're friends. Perfect. Now you make friends. Nice and simple. What does Batchu have to send to me? I'm not clicking on the right button. Here it is. Nothing. That's fine. We'll see how Vietnam's doing later. Again, they're all the way over on the other continent. I'm not going to be interacting with them anytime soon. I don't have to think too much about how I want to deal with them. Let's pick up natural history for the ability to build a water park, because that might be fun for some of our more coastally aligned cities. This builder... Let's first check what the city needs to build. Sometimes it's good just to look at your building list and be like, oh, what could the city use right now? Oh, I don't know. You know what? I've been neglecting my religion, which is certainly one way to approach things. I think I'm going to chop out this rainforest and build a holy site here to help promote my religion, so that's what I'm going to do. Let's set a market for now, but I will return to that city to build a holy site eventually. In the meantime, this city could use another worker here. Actually, can I change my policies? Yes, I actually want to change policies here. I want my workers to have more, here we go, build actions. I don't know why this wasn't slotted in earlier, but I'm gonna throw away the spy card. I don't really care too much about spies at this point. There's not too many things I can do, and I care more about the workers. So that's what I'm gonna do. I care about my workers and having them be productive. That is very important to me. In the meantime, again, I'm sitting on 4,000 gold. I should probably do something with that gold. So, more settlers it is. If you don't know what to buy for your gold and you have an absolute ton of it, and there's more land to claim, buy more settlers. More cities, yes, means you have a little bit more work to do, but more cities means more winning the game. And I've met Portugal, which is our very last civ in this game. So we have our full... Get out of here. Brazil, not now. I'm busy. Vietnam, fine. You can have an embassy. That completes our lineup. We've now met all the other 9 AI civs in this game. So, now we know generally how the game will play out, or what their strengths and weaknesses are, rather. I shouldn't say how it should play out, but... Alright, remember our spy from last time? It successfully stole another science boost, so here we go. Successfully acquired military science. And we have an inspiration towards natural history. And there's our boost from stealing that technology. Beautiful. Like clockwork. Let's dismiss all those notifications. Again, because our spy successfully completed a mission, it gets to promote itself, it gets to level up. And I think from these 3, I'm going to take Ace Driver. In the unfortunate circumstance that your spy does get captured or caught, it has a much higher chance of escaping, which means, yes, the enemy now knows about it, the enemy knows you tried to do a spy mission there, but at least you have your spy back. So let's take it. Builder, I want that quarry there, to get that marble. Settler, you shall settle, I actually want you up here. I want you here, yeah, I want you up here. Yep, Rube. That's right, I said it. I said the word quarry. Everyone panic, or not panic, everyone rejoice and celebrate, and quarry should be kind of a that should be an emote or a sound bit in my stream. If I actually get affiliate status, I can set that as a whatever Twitch related thing is. But I'm not quite there yet. I need more people watching my streams in order to be able to do that, so you know the drill. Alright, you can build more districts, so I will build more districts. What do I want to build? I've got no freaking clue, because this city has everything I need. A holy site, a government plaza, commercial hub, some couple sites, a couple districts like the Mabans and Aqueduct to help its growth. What else do I want here? Do I want more science? Do I want more military production? Do I want more culture? I should probably plop down a cultural district. That's probably a good idea. It's not a bad one. Yeah. That's a good idea. But the real question is, where do I put it? I could put it here. I could put it there. I could put it anywhere. I'm gonna put it here since my worker's already here to help me clear the land first. And then plop it down right here. Oh. I think this volcano erupted, so now my tiles are pillaged, but that's fine. I can go in and repair them. That's all good. We don't need to worry about that too much. Worker builds more farms. More farms equals more food and more housing. More food and housing equals more all that good growth. All that growth that you want your cities to have, because you want your cities to be high in population. More people means more things it produces. More things it produces means more things your civ is good at, which means more chances of winning the game. You can see how it all snowballs. I've got the opportunity to build a commercial hub now, so where do I put it? I don't know. I'll probably want to clear land for it regardless, so that means building a builder. If only Jar was here to listen to all this. I know Jar wanted to stop by and lurk while Jar actively dies of death, but I understand their reasons for not being here. Mainly dying, so be it. I'm sure Jar would appreciate the quarry, though. Yeah, everyone wished Jar a speedy recovery, because Jar's been suffering through this for like a week now. That sucks! Horrible sickness. Can't believe Jar's body would do that to them. Absolutely terrible. Anyway. More cities. More money, more cities. More land, more cities, more everything. Now, Ambiorix, if you were sending trade routes to me, I would accept your deal, but you're not. So why do you think you will benefit from this research alliance? Go away. You can see how the AI sometimes doesn't think things through. I get a great person? I do. Get a great merchant, which gives me a luxury called Toys, which provides +4 amenities. Thank you very much. I could always use more amenities. The more, the merrier. And you know what? What else makes more merry? More cities. Like that. Alright, here we go. Wait, what? Nick, are you playing Civ? Holy moly, are you actually playing the game for the first time? Oh my goodness. Can't believe I actually managed to convince someone to do it. You know, I thought this was a vain attempt at introducing others to games that I like to play instead of the other way around, where everyone tells me about the games they like, and I say, yes, of course, because I just like playing games with other people. You've played 3 through 5. I see. So... Oh god, okay. I have so many different things to yap about now. You've unlocked more questionable yapping from me. Here we go. Okay, let's do this in order. I have played 3 before. 3 was my very first Civ game, but I was also young, like literal child young, and I did not really know what I was doing. But standing here now, I now recognize this game for what it is, and I appreciate Civ 3. I know how to play that game. I like Civ 3. It was my very first Civ game. It's what got me hooked onto strategy games in general. So here we are. Here we are doing this very thing at this very moment. Let's see. I technically have 4. I don't remember how, but I technically have 4. I didn't really play any of it though, so I couldn't tell you anything about it. It's one of the games of all time, is what I can tell you. I couldn't tell you how it works, what the mechanics are, what's different about it, all that good stuff. Nothing. So, I never really played 4. 5, on the other hand, I played lots of 5. I think I have more hours in 5 than I do in 6 right now. I think I have, I'm gonna pull up Steam, my Steam library here real quick, and I'm gonna look it up. Okay, Civ 5. Okay, I have around 450 hours in 5. And then in 6, I have about 350. So, I have a fair bit. I like Civ, okay? So that's my experience with all the Civ games. I don't know. It just got me hooked. I could go back and play 4 just for the heck of it, but I think I'm too far in it in both 5 and 6 to go back to play 4. I might actually play 3 again, since I didn't really get some good game playthroughs, being a literal baby, wondering what a game was and what how to play Civ. So, you know, that's something I might consider doing. It'd be a fun little diversion, but not something I do consistently. So there's that. Now, Brew, onto your comment, pretending like we haven't played Civ before. Come on now. What else would you expect from me for a game where I purposefully over-explain everything in the game for people who may have never played the game before? I call this Civ 6 Overexplained for a reason. This is the game, this is my time where I get to yap about whatever I want without the imposition of having other people in the same Discord call as me. Which happens most of the time, but you know, sometimes I've got things to yap about too. Nothing wrong with that. So please pardon me if I assume that you've never played Civ before. Because, you know, even if you have, I don't care if you... Even if you played Civ 1,000 times over, I'm still happy to tell you things if you want advice. If you want to ask me things, I don't care how much experience you've got. I'm here for it. I'm here to help and have a good time, and that involves making sure all my friends have good times as well. So, you know, pardon me. Oh hey Cloud, welcome! This looks like a lot to pay attention to. Yes. Unequivocally, yes. There are a lot of game mechanics going on here. You can dive in head first, but there are lots of things to pay attention to. Like, already, like, look at the screen. Like, you've got the left-hand bar, which is stats. There are no interactive elements here. Those are just stats for you. And already that's overwhelming. And on the right, you've got interactive things that actually, those are decisions you make in the game. And on top, you've got all different stats here. Yes, it's a lot, but honestly, if you're willing to invest time, there's a lot of depth that you can dive into in the game. And that's what I really like about Civ 6. Well, it's something that I both really like and acknowledge that it also has trade-offs. Like what you just said, it looks overwhelming, and that dissuades a lot of people, which it sucks, and I want to not dissuade people from the game, so that's why I'm here, literally over-explaining all the different game mechanics. I'm here to convince more people that the game is not as daunting as it might look like at the first glance. And I'm here to introduce more people to the addictiveness that is Civ 6. So buckle in if you dare, we are going to go for a ride. A very convoluted ride that has almost no breaks. Almost. But we'll get there. People learn this game, and then people get good at it. It happens, it just takes a fair bit of time. The curry splaining is real. Where else would you find time for me to yap on endlessly? I've got content to produce for my Twitch channel, and nothing will stop me otherwise. Let's buy some Inquisitors here, because I feel like I might need them right about now. You meant that we have played together. Oh, yeah. We've definitely played together lots of times, Brew, but yeah. I didn't realize that's what you were talking about, my bad. But that only paves the way for us playing together more, because I like Civ. But also, don't let that stop you from, you know, asking me about games you want to play. Don't let this just be a one-sided thing. If you want to play a game together, I'm up for it. Doesn't really matter which game it is. Whose game you like, I'll probably play it with you. Few to no questions asked. Maybe the one question I'll ask is, what is the game and how much does it cost? But those are pretty much the only two questions I'll ask. What do I want here? I could build a dam here. That'd be pretty funny. Let's build a dam here. Let's lock it in. There we go. Wizard of Legend 2. Hey, Cloud, name a day. Give me a day and time. I'll be there. I mean, if I'm free. But just name a day and time and we'll work it out. I will play this game with you. I mean, I sat in on your stream. I've watched you play it. I'm interested myself. 5 a.m. tomorrow. Wow, you really drive a hard bargain there, huh? Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be conscious at 5 a.m., so, you can get out of there with that. But, you know, otherwise... probably. Just give me a little bit more opportune of a time, and, we'll talk. Saturday, 11:30 p.m. CST. Yeah, let me look at my calendar 1 week from now, and I'll see if I can pencil you in. The answer is probably. I can probably do that if I'm being somewhat serious here, but, I'm willing to do it. Unfortunately, it's only 2 players, so, you know, it's either Cloud and me, Nick and me, or Cloud and Nick, and not the 3 of us, which kind of sucks, but, you know, if you 2 want to play, don't let me stop you from doing that. I'm perfectly happy being a second line fire support, cavalry, if you need me, type thing, so be it. I need a commercial hub, or not I want a commercial hub somewhere. Question is where to put it. Here? Here? Maybe here. I don't know. Oh, 11:30 p.m. CST. Oh, I see. I forgot. That's not Eastern time. That's Central time. My bad. I just glanced over that. Yeah, and in 15 minutes. Unfortunately, I'm kind of in the middle of something else here. If you're watching carefully, I'm not sure you are, but if you're looking carefully, I might be playing another game right now. If only there were another opportunity for us to do so. If only. Inquisitor, I'm gonna have you hole up here and defend, because I don't like these apostles coming in here spreading their religion. They should be spreading my religion. That's what I'm gonna do with my apostles. Hole up here. Builder, builder, builder. Move you over here. Commercial hub. Um, Oh, right. I wanted to put one there. Yeah, I'm gonna put one there. You... That would be a good, decent... well, actually, hold on. That would be an okay site for a commercial hub. I think I'll knock that one out. You are going to build a lumber mill here. You are going to build something there. I have not decided, but I'm just going to move my units because at this point I now have lots of units that I need to manage, and I need to take control of my empire. I don't care about that Brazil, but good on you. I'm happy for you.
Colonialism. The enforced
I've developed colonialism. Time to make some work out of it. I want 3 envoys into Hunza for that bonus. This is now ripe for a holy site. A very good +6 bonus holy site there. That's really good. I rarely get holy sites with +6, so that's a pretty big bonus for me. Apostle time. Let's evangelize my belief. And, I don't know. I'll choose mosques here. And then, I don't have enough for... I don't have enough for that yet, but that's fine. Evangelize belief. Actually, I'm going to show you an advanced technique here. I'm going to move you over here, give you order, which gives you the ability to spread religion 2 more times, and then I'll be able to do 3 things with this one apostle. 1, fight these enemy apostle units. 2, spread my religion to surrounding cities. And then 3, evangelize my belief. Just because I found that one promotion. See, evangelizing a belief takes up 3 charges here. 3 spreads. But by choosing this order promotion, which gives you 2 extra charges, you now have 5 charges, which means you can walk around, fight other units, and spread religion 2 times. And then with your 3 remaining charges, evangelize your belief. Perfect. I just massively powered up my my apostle by doing that. So, hip hip hooray. Put mine there. You, my galley, there's not much room for you to explore. I don't know. Why don't you walk up here or sail up there or something? I don't know. Give you something to do. Policy cards. I don't care about that one. Do I care about these? No. Next turn. Research Alliance. Again! Ambiorix! Do you not understand? You are not sending me any trade routes. How are you going to benefit from this? And... Brazil wants a research alliance with me. I'll refuse it for now. I might consider a research alliance with Brazil if he's actually sending trade routes to me. But that's a big if. In the meantime, though, let's be friends with Hungary again, and Poland again. I might actually want to establish embassies there. Yep. Embassy. I already have an embassy with you. I already have an embassy with you. I need an embassy with Ambiorix. Solomon, embassy. I need embassies. I need more vision of what my opponents are doing. Which involves them sending absolutely no trade routes to me. Okay, Brazil's sending 1. That's kind of a pitiful amount, though. So, come on now. All right, let's get rid of America's religion here. I don't want it being here. Boom. Zoroastrianism. Less prevalent, which is what I want. Farm here. You will, See, I'm at a good point where I'm running out of tiles to improve, which means I'm making the best use out of my land. which is important. Shrine here. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna buy the freaking shrine and a temple too. Ta-da! Okay, let's hard build the market now. And keep it rolling. Settler. This city will have some loyalty problems. There's a -4 here, but I can put a governor there and that'll essentially neutralize it. So let us do that. Let us reassign. Amani is in here right now, which is pretty nice. Yeah, let's stash Amani in there. Why not? And Mabamba and Lavada. There we go. Now our loyalty's positive. We have no loyalty problems whatsoever. Time to make a new city. You are building a holy site right now, so you could use some extra production. Lumber mill, a granary, monument. You are going to need something to kickstart your production, so... Yeah, this is a desert city, so it's not the best thing. I could build a Petra, which would be really funny, but I do not have the production for that right now. You know what? Let's leech off these 2 tiles. I'm sure that will amount to something. We'll borrow these 2 tiles for this city, so it has some amount of growth. It's not ridiculously in the ground.
If facts don't fit the theory, change the facts.
There's scientific theory done. And now we are on our way to flight, which... we now have a religious emergency. Eleanor of Aquitaine has converted Dunlong to Catholicism. We must eradicate this new faith. I don't really care about this. Yeah, I'm gonna pass. I don't want to spend my Diplo favor just to do this agenda with which I have no interest towards doing. So nope. Nope. In the meantime, I'm going to chop out this forest to produce a commercial hub here. You are going to build a lumber mill there. And then you, my friend, are going to combat. You there, you there, you there. We're going to fight this enemy apostle at some point later, when I have enough movement points to do so. Okay, move there. Let's build some sheep here, which should actually pretty much, well, not pretty much, but it should massively help the city since it's literally on unproductive desert. Build a farm here on this rice. Here on this mountain. I'm gonna build a city on land that will flood immediately. I know it. I'm gonna do it anyway because I have no sense of self-preservation. And now I get more era score. Your civilization has become the largest in the world with at least 3 more cities than its next biggest rival. That's the name of the game. Just keep pumping out cities. You will not... You're not sure to win the game. You need to know what to do with them, obviously, but it is a very good thing to build more cities. Okay, let's see. I want my harbor here to reach those 2 land tiles for some potential adjacency bonuses. Let's keep fighting back this apostle. Oh, someone passed this agenda anyway. Okay. Now, I actually really don't care for this because even I know it might pass, and if it does, I don't know. I'm gonna downvote this just because I cannot compete in this because I need to walk my religious units, my very limited amount of religious units, all the way over to the other continent and fight the religion, which with I have no emotional, physical, spiritual, meaningful investment in, And if I lose that, which I will, because I don't have that much faith production right now, their religion gets a boost. And I know I'm not going to be able to win it, so I'm just not going to participate. This is not for me. This is not my fight. Oh, and it failed because no one else wants to do it either. Vietnam wants to do it because they were affected, but no one else is interested. Sorry to say. Alright, let's start selling off some luxuries here. I'm gonna sell some luxuries to Eleanor, and that's about it. I'm gonna buy a crap ton of luxuries from everyone else. I should remember to do that more often. And then we can proceed as requested. Okay. Actually, I'm going to harvest this banana here. And then remove the rainforest. And then build the commercial hub. So, let's do that. Another mill here. Going to fight this apostle. There we go. Pushing back their religion one at a time. This one can actually heal up a bit, so I will move those units back to heal. Farm triangle goes there, so lots of good growth. I need to improve these 2 tiles so that city has a bonus. Improve more tiles, build more cities, do more of everything. Name of the game here. Anything that'll keep the Civ train snowballing. Spy's done. Stolen tech boost. So here is something that, well, okay, yeah. My spy eluded capture, which sometimes can happen. Sometimes it doesn't get detected at all, which is what you saw for the first 2 spy missions. This time it was detected, but it was able to escape. So nothing substantially bad happens here, but the other Civ does know about it. They detected it, but wasn't able to capture the spy. Okay, I upgraded the pikeman just because why not? I have the money for it. I could use a bigger military. Now it is time to go around improving other random tiles in my civilization. I'll unqueue the walls for now. Plow through this rainforest so I can build a commercial hub. I need more housing in this city, so that will happen at some point, hopefully. Charge up there. I need to heal my religious units. For my regular units, more farms, more food, more growth. You will go over here. Put a fishing boat there. Okay. I don't know. There's not much I want to do here. I can maybe steal a great work. It'd be funny. So here's another spy mission you can do. Steal a great work. This city has this great work, the Tale of Genji. You can just take it. If your spy succeeds, it's yours now. So that'd be funny. Let's take it. All right, you are going to build a dam right here. So that's the only place you can put it. And I want more growth in that city. You, my friend, are... I'm just going to buy the coal power plant. I want that production right now. Coal power plants give you a big bonus to this city's production, as well as surrounding cities. Here's a chance for me to stop yapping generically and yap more specifically. Some buildings and districts, or a lot of buildings in some districts, have AoE effects. So, up until now, most of the buildings that we've been producing only affect this one specific city. So the workshop only affects the city. The market only affects the city. Bank only affects the city. Granary, monument, etc., 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 right? Well, now, the factory and coal power plant now, in addition to giving a flat production bonus towards the city it's in, now gives production towards other surrounding cities. So for example, the factory. Its production bonus is extended to all city centers within 6 tiles that do not already have a bonus from this building type. So, in completely simple terms, that means all these surrounding cities, so Belém, Coahuila, Cabasa, Kinshasa, maybe Mabambi, maybe, will get a production bonus. It will get +6 production if it's powered. It's not powered yet, so it only gets 3. It gets, each of these cities gets +3 production from this factory in Mabamba. So let's look at Belém, for example. Belém, we hover over its production tab at the bottom. Or, sorry, I guess, where's a better screen to actually display this? Hold on. Is it too far away? 1, 2, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's close enough. Hold on. Why is it not? Maybe it updates next turn. We'll wait next turn, and then I'll show you the effects. And now we are generating power and electricity for our civilization. Now it's powered. Okay, now the bonuses should kick in. So, Mabamba now has 71.5 production. That's huge. I can build anything almost instantly. That is absolutely huge. I could build a wonder right now if I really wanted to. Before we do that though, let's look at Belém. Belém now has 16 production, 16.5. Remember last turn when it had 10.5 or 11.5? Now it has 16.5 because of that factory, which it should say somewhere. I don't know why it doesn't say that, but it has it now. So it increased. I promise you that. I don't know why it doesn't say. Sometimes the UI in this game gets really funky, and it's hard to find where things are located. But now, let's keep it moving. We have a factory in here. Let's build more housing. My people demand more housing, so let's build more homes for them. You shall live... I don't know. I really like the lumber mills here, so... maybe I'll just put it here? Yeah, that seems like a good place. Production. Cabasa. Mosque. I'll just buy that with faith. Archaeological museum. Yeah, let's build one of those. I think I'm ready to yap about more advanced mechanics, but I'm not sure if that'd be wise to do so at this point. I'll think about it. Maybe if something particular comes up, maybe I'll explain the victory condition I'm going towards. That might be funny. Funny. That might be productive. It also might be funny, depending on how good or bad of a job I do at it. Before I do that, let's finish all these actions on screen at the moment. Mine here. You can be sent down there. Maybe you can upgrade units? No, that'd be silly. Why would I be able to do that? Oh. Okay, I just captured a worker from Egypt because they weren't looking and sent their worker out all by its lonesome. So be it. Oh. Okay. This spy's mission was canceled. I think, whatever great work was here, the Tale of Genji, it's gone now. It could be because someone else stole it. It could be because they moved it somewhere else, but whatever the fact is, it's not there anymore. So, my spy stopped working on that mission, because it's gone. So, let's just have you steal a tech boost instead. Most productive thing we can do right now. With which, speaking of other productive things, let's buy another settler! You know it. You, my friend, will be moved to a more opportune location so that we can get more cities out on the ground quicker. So I will move you over here to save the settlers a few turns from moving. Okay, so now that we're at a good point, I think it's time to describe. Stop asking me that. It's time to describe a more longer-term strategy. Congo excels at growth. They have things that give them lots of growth, mainly through cultural pieces, great works, essentially. That naturally gears us towards, as you can see, other civs are complimenting us on how many people we have living in our civ. That's because I played towards my civs bonuses, grew my cities, and now they're complimenting me for it, which is a nice
I've been
thought.
present at the creation.
Because of that, though, my civ is geared more towards growth in a culture direction. I will naturally produce culture in the process of growing my cities. So that naturally means a cultural victory is an option for me. Do I want to do it? Maybe. Culture is... Doing a cultural victory is interesting because, one, it's kind of a... it requires a little bit of planning, especially with regards to your terrain, because sometimes you can build improvements that give you culture and tourism. And I haven't really been thinking about that right now. Just building... oh god, these units are powerful. Okay. I haven't really been thinking about building those kinds of improvements yet. So if I wanted to go for a cultural victory, I would need to retune some of my worked tiles right now to actually support that effort. But as it is right now, I'm producing culture, but not really enough tourism. You kind of need both to actually win a culture victory. So I could switch this over to a scientific game. If I look on the world ranking screen here, I have 35 text research out of 48. I'm kind of falling behind on that end. I'm also a little bit behind on the culture game too. So, and actually Brazil's actually a pretty strong contender for a cultural civ. So, I don't want to go for a religious victory because that gets pretty tedious, and no one really wins religious victories anyway. Diplomatic is okay. Domination, I would really need to start producing military units if I really wanted to start doing that. So right now, even though I said I'm up for a culture victory, I'm not really leveraging as much culture as I could be. You know, which is slightly problematic. I'm kind of dead last in the amount of text I'm researching, so maybe I want to boost my science a little bit more just to keep pace. But I could reinforce my strengths and go for more culture output. I don't know. I'll think about it. What difficulty am I on? I'm on Deity. I'm on level 8, the hardest difficulty. Right now, I'm actually in a decent position. I'm not losing, and I'm set up to win. I just actually need to commit to it. So, I'm actually not doing bad, all things considered. I just need to actually find a strategy that I'm willing to roll with and commit to, which is my sticking point right now. But I still feel like I'm doing great. I mean, if you had asked me when I was doing my second Civ stream, I almost lost that war to Egypt, so things have gone downhill really quickly.
I conclude then this point.
But I'm actually in a much better position now, so I'm all for it. Let's go through nationalism, urbanization, and mass media just to start building up to ideology. That's an important civic I'll talk about later. For this absolute powerhouse of 73 production, though, Chichen Itza would be really powerful. Would be really powerful, actually. Does this count as rainforest? I don't think it does, but still. +2 culture to all rainforest, +1 production to all rainforest tiles. That's really good. It would mean I would have 3 tiles that are doing that. Which probably means I should have preserved other rainforest tiles instead of plotting this massive sprawl of campuses, districts I did there, but would I put this in any other city if I wanted to? It might actually be better for Aquila. It might actually be better here. Just because there are a lot more rainforest tiles available. And like I could swap some of these tiles too, just to include some more rainforest. So that might actually be a better strategy for me if I wanted to do build the Chichen Itza somewhere, which, you know, I don't think I've built a wonder in this game yet, so it might be funny to actually do it for once. Yeah, I think I'm up for it, so let's try it. Wonder here. I'll get started on that after I build the campus. That'll take 21 turns, which sounds like a lot, but that's usually how long wonders take. Wonders take a fair bit of time. They're not called world wonders for nothing. They take a decent amount of investment, and there can only exist one in the world. If you are not the first one to build it, no one else... if you're not the first one to build it, you can't build it yourself. So choose wisely, and make sure you actually have the production to actually see it through. So take all of that into account when building a wonder. So even though I could go for a 10-turn Chichen Itza here, I'm not going to make as much use out of it here as I would with Quilla, because it has a lot more rainforest tiles. And this wonder specifically boosts rainforest tiles. So you want to build it where it can have the most maximum amount of effect, I'm going to build it here. So that's what I'm going to do. Quilla, I'm going to hard purchase an archaeologist and maybe talk about the theater square, because that's I'm building up towards that as my strategy, so I guess I should talk about it a little bit. All right. Theater squares are your primary ways of getting culture. They give you culture through different buildings you build in them, like an amphitheater gives you flat culture, through an archaeological museum, which also gives you flat culture. But with an archaeological museum, you can build a special unit called an archaeologist. An archaeologist for the archaeological museum. Blech. What archaeologists do, which I have one right here, they go around digging up these special tiles highlighted with a white border. These tiles contain relics or artifacts. They're technically called artifacts. They give you artifacts that, if you dig them up, they're great works. They go back to your city, they give you flat bonuses. So they give you even more culture on top of the flat bonus that the building gives you. So that's what I'll be doing. And if we look here, this is actually one of my perks here that I should have been building for all along. I get +2 food, +2 production, +1 faith, +4 gold from each relic, artifact, and sculpture, great work of art. For each of those. So by getting more artifacts, I not only get the culture from the artifact itself, I get all these Civ-specific bonuses just by having that artifact. No, for all the other civilizations in the game, they get culture from an artifact, but that's it. They do not get the food, production, faith, and gold from an artifact, like I do, because I'm playing this Civ. So that's a strength I'm playing towards. And that's why I'm building archaeological museums and producing archaeologists, so I can harvest these artifacts and get those bonuses for myself. Okay, so that is the strat right now. That is how I will boost the yields of all my cities. Build archaeologists, harvest those artifacts, and run off with a game like that. Will it allow us to establish an embassy in your capital? I actually, no. I don't want your embassy. I don't want you spying on me. Oh, not spying. I don't want you looking at me with a little bit more detail than you might have otherwise. I have boosted chemistry, which is fantastic. If only Jar were here to hear this. I boosted chemistry. Which is good, because I need a research flight here. Chemistry gives me access to, down the line it'll give me access to oil, which is pretty important for me. But, I cannot do that as of this very second. But I'm going to work on it. Alright, here's my archaeologist. I'm going to send him in. Excavate an artifact. I get a Eureka for that, a tech boost for that, so you can ignore that for the time being. And here's my artifact. Artifacts, you can choose which civ it belongs to, quote-unquote, and that actually has a specific mechanic associated with it. For the moment, I'm just going to say it belongs to me, Nzinga Mbande. And here's my artifact. It's a vase. It's a vase. It's now inside my archaeological museum in the city. So here it is. Here are all the boosts I get from it. 2 food, 2 production, 4 gold, 3 culture, 1 faith, and 3 tourism. That is a heck of a lot of yields from just a single relic. That's a lot. I mean, 2 food, that's already worth, like, a person's worth of food right there. And then on top of that, these are just icing on top of the cake. So, I am aiming to collect more, yes. It's a vase. I'm aiming to collect more vases from this, because, that's how I win this. Archaeologists have 3 uses. They can dig up to 3 artifacts. And generally, there will be a lot of artifacts lying around. So, it's time to go get it. This cursor is actually scary. What do I want to do here? I need niter. I want niter to upgrade my units. Can I purchase niter? Anyone have niter? Yes, you have niter. I don't want all that niter though. I want... How about 40? I just want 40 niter. What do you want for that? 22 gold per turn? Yeah, I've got the money for it. I'm already making 605 gold per turn. I can spare you 20 per turn. And as a result, I'm going to upgrade a bunch of my units. You, and you, and maybe you'll live. I don't know if you will, but maybe you'll live. I'm gonna pray that you live. You should. I'm just gonna set it there just in case. Siege tower, you are actually literally useless right now. I'm gonna send you back. Builder, I'm just gonna have you over here to stay out of the line of fire. The spy, it successfully completed a mission. I'm gonna promote it. Right, this is my ace driver and license to kill spy, so I'm going to have it do pick up con artist, which allows me to siphon funds. Siphon funds is probably your most powerful spy mission in the game, which I will explain once I actually find a place that can actually do that mission. So stay tuned! I just haven't found a city that can take massive advantage of it yet. Your friendship with Pedro has expired. I am going to be friends with you again, because I like not being at war with you. That's why I like being friends with you. You will not go to war with me. What a great trade-off. All right, I'm going to build a Monza. If I build a Monza there, I can't build a campus there. And that'd be a decent campus. Trade-offs. Again, trade-offs. How? Yeah, I don't know. What do I want to do here? You know what? I will build a campus here, and then I will put a campus. Excuse me. I'm gonna put a Mabanza here, and then a campus there. I think I should boost up my slants just a bit. Alright, here's my spy. Let's send them off to somewhere. Oh, here we go. You can see which districts the city has just by hovering over this. Tanglong here has quite a bit of things for me to do. And actually a 90% chance of executing the siphon funds thing that I said I liked, so off to Vietnam you go. Okay. And in the meantime, we are going to keep things rolling here. City there, archaeologist, excavate more things for me, please, because I want all those yields. It looks like that whatever unit was harassing me up here left, so I'm just going to pretend it never existed, which is a great strategy. Absolute master plan, would recommend 10 out of 10. Great strategy. Banza Congo, you could use another district because you have room for one. And if you have room for a district, it's generally good to build out your districts. In the meantime, though, I'm gonna hard build purchase an archaeologist so I can harvest more relics to get those yields. An arena? Why not? I'll explain what that is later. Okay, maybe I'll explain it right now. Arena makes your people happy. Literally gives them amenities. That's what it's for. Lock in the harbor. Apostle. Let's convert the city here. Yeah, I get it, Pedro. I want that city. I will get it eventually. In due time. In due time. That's another convert for that, that city. Let's harvest some more relics. Okay, here we go. Now, this, again, like I said, this actually has an effect on a gameplay mechanic. If you theme your museums, that is, if you put certain relics in the same museum together, you will get additional bonuses on top. We call that a theming bonus. And you theme museums by having, if I remember this correctly, three relics or artifacts of any sort that are all from the same era and all three from different civilizations. So remember how I picked the first one to be from my own civilization, the Zingamabande civilization? The next one I'm going to pick is Cleopatra's civ. So now this is a medieval artifact that originated from Cleopatra. So I have View of the Great Works here. Now I have 2 relics. There's a theming bonus here that says theming bonus doubling output when displaying artifacts of the same era from different civs. Yes, I got that right. So, you can see here, these yields are now doubled because I have 2 relics now instead of just 1. But, once I get my 3rd relic, and it's also from, what is this? Okay. It has to be from the same era. So I found a classical artifact and a medieval artifact. I'm gonna have to switch these around for a bit. I'm not gonna be able to theme it with my 3rd one, but when it's themed, I will get an additional flat bonus on top of what I'm already receiving, which is amazingly powerful. So that's why you always theme your museums. In the meantime, though, let's focus on other things, like rowing. Let's fish up some turtles. Let's send you on another reconnaissance mission up north. And let's think about what I want to do in terms of broader strategy. So, let's think about more cities. I don't have room for more cities on my continent, but I can expand to this little snaky continent over here. And that is exactly what I shall do. Right when I have enough money. As you buy settlers, they get more expensive, so that kind of makes sense. But once you have a roaring economy, money becomes a non-issue. Like, I'm gonna sell all my strategic resources here because I don't really need them. Like iron, who needs iron? Not me. Maybe Pedro does, maybe Poland does, but not me. Niter? No, I could actually use niter, so I'm not gonna sell that off. Coal, I could, but coal's pretty powerful. I would sell that to a civ that is weak, and has no chance of catching up to me, or a civ that I would otherwise have no influence with whatsoever. So Vietnam's a good contender for this, so I can... Vietnam wants 22 of my coal. They're willing to give me 470 flat and 7 per turn for 30 turns. That's a good deal. I'll take it. And 1, 2, 3, I have like 1,000 more gold than I usually do. And you know what that means? 1 more settler. So like that, gold solves all your problems. Amazing. Amazing how money solves most, if not all, of your problems. Not that I had a specific problem to deal with, it was more so just, I wanted to have even less problems. And that includes building more cities. Oh, the cuirassiers came over here. Okay. New plan. they're going to attack this city, which is not good. So I am going to start shifting my military to the left, and hopefully this shall not die completely immediately. Actually, this might, this looks bad. Okay. These two units have a pretty big combat strength, so I am going to have to figure out how to defend my city without it completely dying right off the bat. Wish me luck! In the meantime, this archaeologist is going to sneak around and excavate some more relics. Alright. This apostle's at 3 charges now. If you remember, I used 2 out of the 5 charges I had. Now I'm at 3. 3 is the minimum amount I need to evangelize my belief. And that basically means picking 1 more bonus here. And that means having a now fully powered up religion. I might have enough arrow score to go into another golden age. I don't know. I'll have to play my cards carefully if I really want to. I need 9 more arrow score, which is a lot. I'm actually not sure if I'll make it, but it's worth a try. I'm gonna try it. We shall see. Alright, in the meantime. More settlers, more cities, more stuff. Am I going to be able to find 9 more arrow score? The answer is probably no, because 9 is a lot to find in 5 turns. So I'm probably not going to make it. I'm just probably going to end up in a regular normal age. That's fine. I reap the benefits of having my trade routes be a little bit more powerful from this point. So maybe not next era, but the era afterwards I could be in a golden age. I'll see. Okay, you see this? These guys backed off. I don't know why. They did have the capacity to take my city, but they didn't. And that is something I'm going to start harassing them for, because the AI generally does not know how to take advantage of stuff like that. So be it. Sometimes when you dig up artifacts, it only gives you one option for a civ. There's nothing you can do about it, but that's just how it works. In the meantime, though, I'm going to keep on digging. And then defending my front line here. Here. You shall... I don't know. There's nothing left for you to do down here, so I'll just pass you up here. Right, you, my friend, are going to build... Yeah, I'm just gonna plop down that... No, I'm gonna pop down that campus right now. I need that science. I need to catch up a bit. Commercial hub, aqueduct. What do I want to do? This city barely has any food, so what I need to focus on is building more neighborhoods and forests and farms here. So that's my priority.
Water everywhere, nor any drop to drink.
I discovered a natural wonder. I thought those ran out a little bit ago, but there's more to do. Oh hey, it's right up here. You know what my goal should be? My goal should be to wipe out the Egyptians at some point. I've been focused more on internal growth that I've just neglected think about inhibiting my opponent's growth. And those are meaningful decisions you make, whether consciously or subconsciously, but they are things you do need to consider at certain points. Hey, great merchant. I'll take ya. Alright. Chase sequence. So, remember the spy we set off? They were found, and they didn't get any loot. They failed the mission, but they have a chance to escape. And there's generally only one way you can do it, by foot. And it failed. Okay. Escaping always has a chance of failure. Sometimes you fail, and in this case, they were captured. that's the second worst thing that can happen to your spies. The first worst, the worst thing being they get killed. So, you know, at the very least, you keep your spy still exists in the world and it has its promotions, but you need to buy it back. So, Hungary, I'm very, very sorry I spied on you. Can I have my spy back? Actually, it won't let me do it until I do something else first, so give me a second. The game sometimes bugs out like that. Let's set it here and produce a bank. Okay. And then you, I don't know, make a trader. You also make a bank. No, wait, no. I want you to make a theater square. You'll go on this mine, because I don't know where else to put it. Okay, I'll just goes here. Okay, there we go. When a civ catches you using a spy, they'll say this to you. And you can say, I apologize, I will cease, or I cannot promise that. I'm gonna apologize, because I want a diplomatic favor. And I'm totally not going to get my spy back by saying, hey, can I have my spy back? I'm really sorry that happened. I'm willing to pay you 3 gold flat and 12 gold per turn for my spy back. And I'm totally not going to send my spy out to Hungary again to do some reconnaissance work, because that'd be very, very immoral of me or something. Why would I ever do such a thing? That couldn't be me. No siree. Let's see. I'll send you over to Brazil or something. Alright. Oh, hello. Hey, look! The spy's back! And you know where I think it could go? Wouldn't it be really funny if I put my spy in one of Hungary's cities? I think it'd be really funny. So let's do it. So, while that spy's traveling, we're going to handle the Egyptian threats. And I do say threat with some level of seriousness here, because they can be a threat if left unchecked. I'm going to hole up here and defend. Let my boat scout around a little bit, because I need to reveal more of the world. And then keep digging up artifacts for that sweet, sweet artifact bonus. The Zingamambande, since I only have the choice between that or Cleopatra. Iguana has been defeated. That's not cool. Why would they do that? They took over the city-state. That's not very cool. I might have to punish the Ottomans for that, but I'll cross that bridge when I get there. So I just completed flights, which is good. It is a start of things. Now I can get planes, and planes would be very important for my inevitable military strategy. Because a lot of the problems in your game can be solved either with gold or with violence. Take your pick. Or take both, because those are equally valid options here. Alright. Builder here. I'm gonna set you up with a market. Production, lighthouse, yes siree. You, granary, monument, and then a harbor, and 135 turns. I'm not gonna plan on it taking that long, it's just... That's because I literally have 1.5 production in this city, so it's literally worth nothing at this point. You, my friend, are actually going to die, so I'm gonna do a little dance here. Swap units in and out. And hope no one dies immediately. You will fortify in this city. You will, Hey, Brazil, can I see what your land looks like? I would love to see what's on this tile right next to your city. That totally does not have an artifact that I may or may not be interested in excavating. Thank you for letting me in. I promise I won't do anything too cruel to you. And here's my other archaeologist. I'm gonna send you up north. Okay, before I hit next turn, I have 2 turns until this era ends, and I need 2 more eras score. I managed to pull it off. It was not intentional on my part, I fully admit that, but it happened. And you know what's an easy way of getting era score? Leveraging the militaries of city-states. Let me demonstrate that to you now. If you are the suzerain of a city-state, let's go to, I don't know, Leventa, for example. I can levy military. I can pay this amount of gold to take control of its military units. Levying a military obviously gives you control of the military, which is probably the biggest thing you want to do that for. But doing so also gives you +1 era score. And the good thing about this is that it's repeatable. So, if I, actually, hold on. Okay, if I, put a, come on. I've put an envoy into Bandar Brunei, so I'm their suzerain, actually. There we go. Now I can levy this city's military for 240 gold. There we go. So that's 240 gold for +1 era score. That's perfect. Now I just need one more city-state I want to whose city-states I want to levy. Let's do Fez, since it's also pretty cheap. I will put 2 envoys into Fez to take control of it. And then I will levy its military. Ta-da! And I get an additional +2, because, I levied a city-state that's particularly close to Egypt. And that's it. That's my golden age for next era secured. And Hungary applauds me for doing so. I believe that's one of their unique agendas. So there we go. Probably not a moment too soon, because Egypt's nipping on my heels right now.
If you see a cast human nature.
Let's see if there are any options for peace. What do you want for peace? You want just 12 gold per turn for peace. I might actually take you up on that offer, because your military is now starting to scare me. If I'm not being, I'm being honest here. Oh, come on. Move your darn cursor. I want that relic. That's my relic. I will not hear otherwise. In the meantime, though, I'm just gonna blink. And, blink. And, that's about it. So now I'll ask for peace, because Cleopatra actually is going to destroy more of my military units. And I will gladly pay her 12 gold per turn for 30 turns now. There we go. The Eternal War is now gone forever. Time to actually focus on building my military for the next time I go to war. Which will be soon-ish. Alright, and now we move over to our spy. I want to do the Siphon Funds task, because after however many turns it takes, 8 turns, I will get 600 gold, assuming it works. It has a 90% chance of working. But that's 600 gold after 9 turns. That's great. That's like 1 additional turn of gold per turn. I obviously would take that. I mean, that's free gold. Honestly, if you don't know what to do, stealing gold is a great option. The other options are more situational if you want to specifically hamper your opponent's military or cities. So keep that in mind. I'm happy to explain all the others as we go, though. But here, now is the time where I start focusing less on my internal strategy and more towards my interactions with my neighbors. Because I think I've done most of the growing internally that I can do. Like, most of my tiles are improved. I'm building a decent set of buildings for my cities. It's time to reap greater yields by taking what my neighbors are doing for themselves. And oh, hey, look, the emergency ended and no one won anything because no one cared about this emergency. that Eleanor of Aquitaine was concerned about. Whoop-de-doo. You know, if I had gone back a couple turns, I could just pick up the 2 free Diplo points. I don't find any shame in that. That is save scumming a little bit, but it's only because I forgot this existed and I kept pressing the next turn button. If I went back, gave Eleanor 2 gold, I would have won that and gotten 2 free diplomatic victory points. I can demonstrate that save scumming to you right now. So if you give me a second, I can be very funny and show how you can save scum the game to get something you want. So please hold while I load a new save file. I mean, obviously you can't do this in multiplayer, but if you're doing it in single player, it's your game. You do whatever you want. And honestly, if you miss something by a couple turns just because you forgot about it, I don't blame you at all. I think that's a fair reason to go back and do things again. There are so many different mechanics in this game that you just forget some of them exist. Like, I forgot that that emergency existed, and I saw that no one contributed.
The acrid smell
So,
of smoke.
honestly, you go back, you give Eleanor 2 gold, you get 2 whole diplomatic victory points. I think that's worth 2 gold, don't you think? 2 measly gold for 2 whole points. I'd take that deal any day. So, there we go. Alright, the game is loading back up, so we'll give it a second.
Bande, Queen of Dongo on the...
And now here we are, 2 turns ago.
If you can walk away...
Alright, let's go visit this aid request. Again, we see that no one cares about Eleanor of Aquitaine of England. But I'm gonna say, you know what? For your troubles... Actually, let me give you... Nope, you don't care about them. Let me see. Fine. For your troubles, I will give you 2 whole gold. What do you think about that? And the next turn with this update, I'll have 2 points here. And that's all I need. No one cares about it. And by no one, I mean Broob specifically, but I totally get it. So, we're gonna redo these past 2 turns. You know, I could choose to do some things different, but it's honestly not gonna matter that much. Builder here. I'm gonna rush through this because we did all this before. Musket Man, I'm gonna do the funny back step, side step. Move you up here. Shoot you. Defend. Defend. Traitor. You can, I don't know. Oh, right, I needed to crack open Brazil's borders by asking, pretty please. And then, I don't know, sneaking around. You sitting on this continent. Perfect. And then, now I can actually levy Fez. I don't need to levy Hunza. That's just icing on the cake. Let's levy their military. I get my arrow score. Get my arrow score. Lots of different things to remember in this game, but I promise it gets better over time. It just takes a lot to remember. As you can see, I'm zipping through things now just because I know exactly what I want to do and how to do it. And that unit died anyway, but it died last time too, so I'm not surprised.
If you see a castle under fog, it is nationalist.
Okay, Governor, I pointed you here. Units, I want you back here. Crossbowmen, let's just get a couple shots off before we then lovingly ask for peace with the Egyptians. You, my friend, I'm just gonna use to explore because I've got nothing better to do with you. You, again, I'm gonna have you steal funds from the city. Don't care about those cards. And now, next turn. I wanted to make peace with Egypt. Okay, that's fine. I'll pay you the gold. Let's look at that aid request. I'm in first place. I have 2 whole points. I gave Eleanor all of 2 gold, and that puts me in first place in this international competition, of which the other 3 participants didn't care at all. And here's Matthias Corvinus with negative 945 points. That's all it takes sometimes. Sometimes the AI doesn't care themselves. And that lets you walk away with getting what you want sometimes. I don't want that alliance. Nope, stop. Don't want to research alliance, you're not sending trade routes to me. You gotta pay back the favor, you know? Which actually reminds me. Glorious Age. Yep, I'm in the Golden Age this time. There's the aid request. I finished it. I got 2 diplomatic victory points. And essentially free 2 diplomatic victory points towards the diplomatic victory condition, of which you need 20 to win. And I'm at the lead with 7, which is, you know, not too far ahead of anyone else, but it's something. Something's better than nothing. Okay, lots of things to cover now. We're now in the modern era, and because I'm still in the Golden Age, I get to make a dedication. One of them. I think I want, not this. Not this. Or actually, maybe this. Yeah, let's do reformed coinage again. I want more money. Sometimes you agree alliances just so they can't declare war. Fun fact, Brew. If you're declared friends, like here, they also cannot declare war on you. If you are their friend, they will not declare war on you. Guaranteed. You cannot declare friends with them and then backstab your friend. That's not how that works. Even for me. Like, if you can see here, I go to Vietnam, I'm declared friend with them. I go to Casus Belli. I'm not friends with, I can't declare any kind of war on them. Yeah, but sometimes you don't want to be a friend anymore. So, the trick of that, and this is admittedly a quirk of the Civ 6 game and not so much like a mechanic or anything. If you, on the turn that your friendship declaration expires, if you ask them to be your friend again, no matter how many grievances they have towards you or how you've treated them, they will always accept and renew the friend request on that same turn that the friendship request that the friendship expires. If you wait even a single turn past that, and their mood could change. But if you remember to renew it right when it expires, they will always renew it. So keep that in mind. Of course, if they hate you right off the bat, then I guess there's no coming back from that. But, you know, if you are already friends with them, you can keep renewing that friend request indefinitely. That you need to remember, well, that's kind of what, like, the side notifications here on the right side are. It'll tell you, your friendship with blah 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 has expired. It doesn't ask you to renew it. You can renew it if you want, or you cannot, but you just have to remember to look there. Or look at the top bar here. If you see, you know, a green face, that means you can declare friends with them, maybe. If you see blue like this, they are friends. If you see orange or red, they will not be friends with you. You ignore them most of the time? Well, that's one way to do things. I don't blame you, though, because there's a lot of information overload that can happen. So, no problem at all. It's just, yeah, it's a lot. Honestly, a lot that can happen at times. Alright, let's see. What else did I want to think about here? Anything to sell off? Yes, I can sell off some luxury resources, so I'm going to sell them off to, I don't know, Solomon? You've been nice to me. Jadwiga, yeah, sure. Luxury resources. I've got a lot of luxury resources to buy, and they're all dirt cheap, so there we go. My cities are happy again. While we're on the topic of that, though, where am I sending my trade routes? I'm sending a lot of my trade routes to the Ottomans. Like, all these are Ottoman cities. The Ottomans are sending none, which, come on. Kinda sucks, but, whatever. You know what? Fine. I'll I'll enter into an alliance with you, a research alliance, just because I get the benefits of it. Oh wait, I'm already in an economic alliance with them. Okay, whatever. Never mind, never mind. I'm already in an alliance with them. You can't have two alliances with the same civ at the same time. So be it. You have so few troops, aren't you scared for your life? I actually am scared for my life, thank you for asking. I need to produce an air force, which will make me feel a lot more secure. Again, World Congress. I have lots of artifacts that I've been digging up, so this is actually in my favor to upvote here. I'll give it a few. I don't have that much confidence that it'll actually pass. That's because there's a lot of different options here, and I'm not really sure what the other civs are gunning for. But I'll put a few upvotes. Maybe 5. Let's see. Border Control Treaty. This doesn't have too much of an effect, and some people say despite borders will not grow via culture. I'm gonna downvote Eleanor since people seem to hate Eleanor last time, so I'm going to hate alongside them. Because that's what hating is all about. You dogpile onto the civ that everyone hates the most. And that's how that works. Chosen player gains 2 diplomatic victory points. People generally will upvote themselves for this. And I think Solomon here has the most diplomatic victory points, so just so I don't waste my own points, I'm going to upvote him because I think he's going to win no matter what. So I might as well upvote him and get my own victory point from winning or being on the winning side of this resolution. Anytime your choice wins in the World Congress, you get a victory point. And this specific agenda here just so happens to be the chosen player gains 2 diplomatic victory points. So that's different from this option winning or losing. This is just the effect of this option winning. So if you understand, there's a difference there between this agenda passing and the effect of this agenda. The effect of which just happens to be this specific player gets more victory points. So I might as well just dogpile onto that. We have a competition here at the bottom. World's Fair. Generate as much great people points as you can per turn. That generally always wins, so I always upvote that. And those are my votes. So we'll see which ones pass and which ones don't. So, here, I managed to win the tourism on my artifact resolution, so that gives me the effect of that plus a victory point. New districts built by this player act as culture bombs. I knew I was probably not going to win this one because there are so many options. So Ambiorix happened to win that one. That's fine. Chosen player gains 2 back victory points. Solomon 1, like I predicted. Because I upvoted his option specifically, I am on the winning side of this resolution, so I get a victory point. Solomon gets 2 victory points for this passing, plus 1 more for voting for himself for this resolution, so he gets 3. He was going to get 3 anyway, so I might as well just rode that wave and got 1 for myself. That's kind of the strategy there. And then for the competitions, they're always passed, so just always upvote them with your 1 vote. Now, here for this particular competition, I need to generate great person points. I'm okay at doing that. I'm not the best, so I'm gonna have a little bit of a difficult time. We'll see how well I do. But in the meantime, artifact time. The barbarians count as their own separate civs, so you can have them originate from the barbarians. There you go. In the meantime, though, fortify. This is going to do something productive. This is going to do something productive, probably. Line infantry is going to scout for me. You, my friend, are going to... What bonuses do I want? I think I need that science from the Landa, so I'm just going to put some points into there. You are good on housing and some other things. I might actually... Oh yeah, this is a good site for campus. I'm going to plot campus down here. Zoo makes people happy. That's all happy and dandy. Holy site. There's a really good holy site down here. This is +4. But does it really need that at this moment is an important question I always ask. What does the city need? What do I need for my civ? How do I balance those priorities? And what's best for my civ is, at the moment, what's best for the city. And what's best for the city at the moment is to produce more housing because it can't grow without that. So more housing it is. How do I get more housing? An aqueduct, a neighborhood, or a dam. So any one of the three will do. I think I will put my aqueduct here. Actually, I think I will put my aqueduct here. Put my dam here. And then maybe put industrial zone here. That will get a +6 adjacency bonus. And before I want to put my aqueduct there, I want to build a builder so I can chop this forest so it clears room for the aqueduct and gives it a production bonus. So all these little things stack up to make a grander strategy. It takes a little bit of time getting used to, but I promise the complexity will pay off itself. In the meantime, religion. Because I see the Ottomans are sending their prophets in, or not prophets, apostles in, so I kind of want to fight back against that. Let's see, you want open borders? Do I want to sell you my iron? Nah, I just, let's just trade open borders. Corruption, yeah, I get it. You will improve the land, because the land needs to be improved. I'm going to hard buy that. Hard buy the market. Start building a university the hard way in there. Another archaeologist. I'll send you over to Brazil. Please, let me in. Let me in. I want that artifact you have hiding under there. Literally my whole reason for doing this. I'm gonna get programs so I can get more spreads here. You are going to harvest more relics. More relics. Want as many relics as possible. Or artifacts, excuse me. Relics and artifacts are technically different things, so... And I seem to forget that. So I keep getting the terminology mixed up. But I want more. Can never go wrong with more. Let's... this is a little bit tough. Where do I want to put this? There's not an easy... Okay, maybe there is. I'll just put it in here. Just for the heck of it. In the meantime, I have more money. Which means more settlers to buy. I'm at the point where I can only buy one at a time now, but oh no, I can only buy one more at a time. Oh, the agony. I'll move you over to my newest city, so it cuts down some time. So yeah. At this point, I can't even tell you if I'm gunning for a specific cultural strategy. I just want my cities to be more productive. Because right now, I kind of need that at this point. Alright, where's a natural wonder in here? Oh, right, the Chocolate Hills. I'm standing on one right now. I'll just move that over right now. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have that much faith output, so I gotta be careful with my units. So move you down here, move you adjacent, and now we can start fighting other religions. Yay! For you, I'm gonna have you settle, this is a decent spot for another city. It's not great, but, I'll take it. My spy. I will have you operate at 2 levels higher, and have you gain sources so you can steal funds more effectively. Name the game. Build a pasture improvement on the horses. As you can see, my apostles are undergoing some combat right now, so I would just hole up and yeah, I'll just hole up and make sure they don't die instantly. Kabasa can produce a campus. Maybe. I put that there's a maybe. But see, I could put a... Actually, this is the only place I can put a Mabanza. A campus, though, I can put elsewhere. And, you know... actually, what about an aerodrome? It doesn't have that high of a production, so I think it'll be better suited with a campus. Yeah, I'll just, yeah, man, I don't even know what I want to do. Yeah, I'll just knock it over here. You shall, sleep here. This worker shall continue to work. This worker shall continue to work. Worker shall, I don't know, wait over here. There's not much I can do over here. Oh god, it's a scout. They're gonna capture my worker. I shouldn't have done that. Oh well. Should have seen that one coming. Shipyard. Lighthouse. Industrial zone might not be bad for something up here. That would require an aqueduct. Actually, hold on a second. Why is this one a +3? Adjacent aqueduct. Oh, I see. Okay. It has enough housing, but if I line my things up correctly, I could make this work. Yeah, I don't know. What do I want to do? I want to build an encampment, an aerodrome. Aerodrome would be really funny right here, but I don't think that's a wise choice since the city is literally starving. A preserve, on the other hand, is not completely out of the question. I haven't discussed preserves yet, but that might be funny. Let me check. Okay. My tiles aren't looking that nice, so maybe preserve is out of the question. What do I want you to build? I'll build you a trader, since I can't think of what strategy I want for that city. And meanwhile, I'm gonna yoink one of Brazil's artifacts here. Thank you very much. This belongs to Pedro, since I don't have any of your artifacts yet. Thank you very much for your contribution to my museum. Cultural Alliance. Cultural. No. Okay. Let's hold on. Your culture is not yours to plunder. It's time for you to leave our lands. Yeah, I'll totally move my archaeologists elsewhere. Totally. You have my guarantee that I will move them somewhere else.
It's the Industrial Revolution.
Oh. Here, on the right side. You see this, Brew? Friendship expired. This is what the icon looks like. Your friendship with Ambiorix has expired, has run its course, and it will have to be renewed. Ambiorix is now green instead of blue. Declare friendship. Well done. That's it. No longer at risk of declaring war or being angry at you for some obscure reason. That's all it takes. Yeah, that's a tip for later. Now, before I get deep into the weeds here, let's set some boundaries here. It is 1:38 a.m. my time. I would love to do this all night, but that's not really healthy of me or you. So I'll tell you all this, just so we have boundaries for all of us here in this this little conversation, this little stream here. I will give this another 22 minutes until 2 a.m. Eastern Time, 1 a.m. Central Time, and whatever freaking time it is over there for you, Baroob. I don't even know at this point. But I will give it another 22 minutes, 21 minutes, and then call it a day there. We still have a fair bit more to go for this series, so we will need to pace ourselves. And by pace ourselves, I mean, you bug me until I stream this again, because I really like doing these things. I just never think about it, because, oh my god, another multiplayer game with other friends that I play with, you know? So we'll call it a hard cutoff in 21 minutes from now, just so this doesn't go on forever. So let's do that. In the meantime, more districts, more production, more everything. First, let's back up my apostles so that they don't die immediately. And maybe let's get one more in the mix. This spy here will go to... Where are my spies located? One in Tatabanya, one in Danlong, and one that needs to be assigned somewhere. So, how about I send you to Memphis to do a little bit of gold stealing? All right, let's. My caravels a little stuck right now, so I will have it explore the other side of the world over here. My worker did not get captured, which is kind of surprising. I was expecting something a little bit worse. But here we are. Next turn. They really want to, they really want my apostles, but I'm not gonna let them. Does Pedro want a research alliance? I'm gonna switch alliances with Solomon after this economic alliance expires, because I want I want the science now. My gold is absurdly high, so honestly, more gold is always better. But man, oh man, that's a lot of gold. I don't think I'll need that much gold. At least not now. Okay, what can you do? Proselytizing. I'll take that promotion. You need to heal up. You also need to heal up. Builder needs to build, because that's what builders do. Archaeologists excavate artifacts. This archaeologist is going to double as a scout as I look for more artifacts within the Brazilian lands. You, oh god, I put myself into an awkward position. You. I should probably think about where I want to build my aerodromes. That sounds like an important thing to do, but I haven't been focusing on it because, bro, who cares about military if you can build the world inside your civ? Shows you where my priorities are, and where some of my potential weaknesses are. Hint, hint. This spy failed to get any loot. I'm gonna exit by foot. Failed to steal gold, but my spy managed to escape back to my own civ, so, you know, that's a win any day. In the meantime, though, I'm gonna figure out what to do with these apostles here, because they keep harassing the lands. I don't like that. Settler over here. Builder, wait on you for that. This city needs a shipyard. It will be massively boosted after that. My archaeologist scout is scouting the Brazilian lands still. I think it's absolutely hilarious. Thank you. I'm just gonna leave you be.
It's one thing to surmise what happened.
Ballistics, okay. One step further towards having an actual military, which I've been neglecting for the longest time. The longest time ever. Now it's finally time to actually build one. Apostle. Let's start fighting back, shall we? Settler. Okay, good, 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 good. You will go here. You will keep on scouting. I should probably use that archaeologist to actually dig up relics and not just scout. That's a better use of it, but I'm here now. So be it. Hopefully I find a relic soon. You can benefit from a harbor. Queue that up now. And you can purchase another settler. Artifact. La Venta. Alright, I'll take a La Venta artifact. What do my museums look like right now? You see this? Lots of great, delicious relics. Look at all these yields coming in. Beautiful, absolute class. Now I'm going to see if I can theme some of them. So remember, theming requires artifacts that are all from the same era, but from different civilizations. So I could have a classical museum here. I'm gonna slot these around. Give me a second. Ancient, ancient. Here's a classical one. I'm gonna slop that here. Classical, classical, classical. Now, the problem is, this one's by me, this one's by me. I need to find an artifact that's not by me, that is also in the classical era. So, I'm gonna need to find more relics for that. Stay tuned for more. In the meantime, can I buy... First, let me sell some of my extra luxuries. You can have that, why not? You can have that too, you can have that. Sell your extra luxuries, people. Extra luxuries do nothing for you. That's just gold waiting to be earned. I'm gonna see if I can buy some great works here, like sculpture, maybe sculptures? What does my bonus say? My bonus says relic, artifact, and sculptures. So sculptures would take the cake here. Let's see if there are any relics. He's willing to sell a relic. Yeah, I'll take your relic, why not? And then sculpture, I'll take your sculpture. I'll take even more of your sculptures. How many do you have? Jeez. Well, that's more for me. Look at all these good yields I'm getting now. Here, I'll buy the last one off of you. Now I have no more room. I filled up my palace. That's it. That's it. But I'm getting some good yields off of these. So I'm happy. Oh. I'll move my archaeologists elsewhere. Tell me this Portuguese apostle came in and dealt the finishing blow. That sucks. Come on. You two fight it out. I'm not dealing with that stuff right now. My friendship with Baccio has expired, so friendship. Open borders? Yeah, why not? Now you're my friend again. Bank. Yeah, I'll just build a bank, why not? You are actually a good candidate for an aerodrome here since you produce lots of production. So that is what I will do. It's time to build some planes. It's time for you to get some more artifacts. Trader. Oh, now I can send trade routes to Gaul. Perfect. Settler. I can settle the city? That's wild. I'd literally be stuffing cities down down in there, but could be worth it. Maybe I'll settle here. Yeah, maybe I'll settle there. All right. Cultural Alliance. No, go away. Come on. We're at the point in the game where turns take a finite amount of well, not like infinite, but more like you can start to notice how much time it takes. Like, it's not instant. In the very early game, it'd be very, very instant. Now, it takes some time, but It's something you'll get used to eventually. You just need a super over beefy computer that doesn't mind being CPU bound for a while because of this game. More artifacts. Yum, 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 yum. Barbarians. Is that an ancient artifact? Let's see if I can't theme something now. Renaissance, classical, ancient, classical, 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 classical. Yes. There. A museum is themed now. You see how all these bonuses are doubled now? That's what happens when you theme a museum. Usually, you know, you get 2 food per artifact, 2 production per artifact, and that comes out to 6 and 6. Now, because it's themed, you get twice the bonus. So now, 4 food, 4 production, 8 gold, 6 culture. It's all doubled. So that's the real bonus in the theming your museums. Always theme your museums. It's very, very powerful. These are all ancients, but they're almost all from the barbarians, so that's not quite what I wanted. Renaissance, classical, medieval. This one's not going to be themed for a while, so I'm going to have to look around a bit. Apostle, stop converting my people. They are my people who want my religion. Here, I don't know. I'll give you a martyr. Why not? You need to heal up one more bit. You can hole up here. Why must you be such a blight on the world? What did I do to you? I'm a declared friend to their enemy. Okay. I guess the enemy of my friend... The friend of my enemy can't be my friend? Is that... No, that's not how that worked. Whatever. Nope. Nope. Radiant Dust Storm.
The Great Ball Court is also
I built
very
Chichen
impressive.
Itza! It actually worked!
I would
It took
like
me
to
like
have seen
21
them
turns,
play
but
a
it actually
game,
worked!
although it sounds like the end was pretty violent.
Do you not realize we were supposed to be... No, it's my wonder now. Vietnam didn't build Chichen Itza. It was obviously the Congolese. Obviously. Anyways, now you can see I get a little bit extra culture and production from my rainforest tiles, which means I should improve them to get even more yields out of my rainforests. Again, snowballing is the name of the game here. Alright, let's send out my spies. Spies. Time to go out and work again. Brazil, you have some money. I'll take that off your hands. Apostles, move up. I'll deal with that. Apostles, skip turn. You've built a university, fantastic. I will have you build... Not much more, actually. Maybe medieval walls? I don't really need walls here, though. I'll just have you build builders. This city... So, here's the thing. This city has no more district slots open. It has no more buildings to produce. I've built everything I can. I'm going to have the city now support others by building builders. These builders, I mean, it comes out of the city, but I can, you know, walk it over to other cities' lands and improve those cities' lands. So my city has done its due parts. And now it's time for that city to start really supporting others. Now my cities can lean on each other. And that's where the real synergy kicks in. Alright, cavalry. Let's get rid of you. Let's walk you over here. We'll have you settle that. And then we'll have you, I don't know, do this. You do this. Caravel. Oh man, there are more city spots available up there. I'm gonna have to take those for myself. I will have you steal gold. My scout archaeologist, I really should be digging up artifacts with. But so be it.
actions. Bolt action.
Okay. Let's get this kill on the Apostle here. Okay, almost the kill, but it will be dead soon. Theater squares. Again, I need to really play into that theater square bonus here that I have not been doing very well. But I shall do it. I could build a pretty good industrial zone down here, though. That'd be pretty sweet. Yeah, that industrial zone's gonna... That's gonna go here. It's a pretty nice, chonky industrial zone. Hostile. This hostle's a little beaten up, so I'll have it heal up. This one has already used its movement points. A route to Istanbul. Build a mine there. Plantation. Caravel, you keep exploring the world. Worker, you've got nothing to do, so I'm just gonna hard purchase that. The villagers share a hidden technical secret of the radio. Thank you, random villagers with no contact to other civilization who told me how to make the radio. What a great, what a great tribal village I found myself meeting. Meanwhile, oh god, you're gonna settle a city. I can't let you do that. Museum of Halicarnassus. Nah. Yeah, I'll just have you keep building builders or something. Come on, where are the relics? I want my relics. But I'll settle for a builder, actually. And you, right, you, I did not know what to do with you, so I will continue to twiddle my thumbs and build builders. Cleopatra, no. No. If I trade you luxuries, I'll be on my own terms. Pedro, you want to explore the world? Well, go do it yourself. Faster, if you're really that annoyed with me. Trader, 1 turn for a trader, yep. Pick that up real quick. Shipyard, absolutely. Shipyards, harbors are a must for coastal cities. Those can really supercharge your progress in developing those kinds of cities. Your water tiles actually become viable, and they get you lots of money. Alright, I need you to run back here and heal up. As beating down other religions really takes the breath out of you. Settler. I unfortunately have no more room for any more cities, so this will have to be it. He's got a chokehold on the north half of the island, and I've got my south half. That's how it's gonna be. Boats, boat. Where can you go, even? Can I even go anywhere with this boat? Are there just like 2 separated oceans here? There probably are. I'm just gonna have you automate exploration because I don't know where else to take you. And you need to find more artifacts. Builder. There we go. Waiting. I've developed my first civic from the modern era,
mass media.
Which is about time because I'm, I'm still a little bit behind, but I'll deal with it. Civics. I want to go for ideology because I want to start claiming these tier 3 governments. So ideology is what I'm going to gun for next. Here. Did you? Yeah, you got your extra spreads. Or did you? No, you didn't. So you are just gonna bump on down there. Apostle also needs to heal up. This I'm actually gonna cut down to make room for my future industrial zone. This builder is going to capitalize on my rainforests being here. I'm going to do that, Keep on building out my cities. Farms all over the place. A relic! Our artifact. Yes. Give me that Brussels artifact. Thank you. Put some envoys in my newly discovered city-state. Medieval walls, because that gives me a passive tourism bonus later in the game. Don't care about that card. Okay, how are we doing on culture? Excuse me, faith. Faith is okay. Our religion has defined borders. It just could be a little bit better. Like, I could convert the Ottomans if I had... Oh god. Okay. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna need some religious defense here, so, gonna grab a couple of those and move over to my next turn. No. Stop asking me for an alliance. I'm generating grievances with the Brazilians because I keep digging up their artifacts, but they're mine. They're my artifacts. I want them, me. That's how I win the game. So, don't mind me. Don't mind me at all. Plus 20 religious, oh yeah, I will take that bonus. You're a much stronger, units now. Thank goodness I took you. I'm gonna have you here as support. Builder needs to fix those destroyed improvements up there. Builder needs to build more farms, cavalry. I'll just send you to spy on the Gauls because I want to know what they're doing. You are going to keep digging up more artifacts. Artifacts. Builder, you are going to produce medieval walls now. Actually, how many antiquity sites are there? Antiquity sites are the names of where you can find these artifacts, by the way. So I've got 1, 2, 3... I mean, there are 12 total that I have on the map, but where they are is an interesting problem. Yeah, I've only got 3 within close range of me. The others I'd have to go exploring a bit, which I don't mind. I could do that. Actually, I will do that. Buy that, and you, my friend, will go out plundering the world. Let's see. Commercial hub, yeah, okay, fine. I'll get rid of that. Okay. Alright. It is 2:02 a.m. I'm at the end of my turn. This is a good stopping point. So. That's right, it is sleeping time, because I do not want to keep all my friends up past their bedtimes, which is definitely past their bedtimes right now. So, thank you all for joining me tonight. As you can see, we've turned my growing empire into a sprawling one, and we're set up pretty well here. I know I talked about, going for a particular victory condition, but at this point, I think it's gonna start turning into a pseudo-militaristic conquest of the world at this point, with how much I've been focusing on internal development. So you'll have to stay tuned for next time to see what funny military tricks I pull out of my pockets. Spoiler, it involves airplanes. It involves airplanes, so if you want to see some funny combat, stick around for that. But yeah, that is it for me tonight. Thank you for joining me. Again, I like to say this every time, but I don't do solo streams that often, but I think it's a good change of pace for me. It gets to show off games that I like to play myself and no one else seems interested in, but I get to, subtly influence them into watching and enjoying. So hopefully you enjoyed this as much as I did. And if you did, I look forward to seeing you around again for more of the same. We will be picking up this series at some point in the future, probably when someone bugs me about it. Could be as early as Monday, could be as late as whenever, but who knows. But that's that. That's all I have for you today. Next time on Civ 6 Overexplained, look forward to a military, a decent military, and me starting to win the game. So we're set up quite nicely for that. So there you have it. Alright, that is all I have for you tonight. I will stop yapping your ear off because I've been doing this nonstop for exactly 3 hours and 30 minutes straight with no break. I'm kind of surprised as how I'm not tired from this, but I can only imagine how tired you all are. So with that, I will leave the stream there. That is it for me. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. I will see you all later. Take care, everyone, and have a good night.